We got papers, we got riches, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. Rolling that production, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. Rolling that production, we got pounds of green. Yeah. We got papers, we got riches, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. Rolling that production, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. You know this cause we saying we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. So you know the people love us, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. They sense it's coming when we roll up. Show love, all my people show love. Smoke blunts with my boys, hit J's with a John. Hit bongs in the studio and stay making songs. I'm off in space, on tangents and really hit vapes. I be hitting bombs all day, surf online. They be riding my wave, my wave, my wave. Stop invading my space, no decline. I be rising always, always, always. Like you smoke in my face, say it 3 times. So you know that I blaze, I blaze, I blaze. We got batches, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. You rolling after crushing, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. You know this cause we saying we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. So you know the people love us, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. Split it, mommy, wrap it. Either one you ashin'. Split it backwards or Philly buzz a mallet. I light it up and pass it. I smoke so much I got low eyes. Half society ain't know why. They try to blame it on my sleepiness, but no, I'm so fried. And I'm burning, getting so high, no lie. I be smoking, surfing, making music. I've been very patient, no wonder why I'm too sick. Bet you missed the only pun, cause you dumb and stupid. I be taking 2 rips and chief it. You know that Mary Jane, my weakness. If she was a chick, she would be getting my penis. Better know what I said and I mean it. Might steam it for a chick that I'm leaking. If she roll right and get all my leaves in, I'm fucking her, I smoke and I'm leaving. Yup, I'm a bona fide even. Gone if I ain't boning that evening. I got green, I can blow if I need it. Or the purple if I know that I'm sleeping. We got papers, we got batches, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. You rolling after crushing, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. You know this cause we saying we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green. So you know the people love us, we got pounds of green. Yeah, we got pounds of green.
What is good, motherfuckers?
Oh,
we are here.
yeah.
UFC 330 recap, live from Philadelphia, live from the hotel room. You already know who we are. I'm Long Island Luke. With me, as always, my boy, Gaff Pierre. We are ready. The beers are flowing, boys. The bets were perfect tonight. The mystery bet hit. A lot of good things happened tonight. We'll get into it all. Appreciate you all for being here.
I mean, Gillian, why?
Gaff picking Gillian and how bad she looked. It was
Whoa. She got 48-47 on there.
how
I don't care what you say. I will defend that 48-47 till the end of time. Rounds 3 and rounds 5, baby.
We have not really been on social media. We were just literally waiting like 45 minutes to get a fucking Uber to come back to the hotel. We immediately set the stream up, and here we are. So I have not seen if those were the same 2 judges, but the judge in the co-main and the judge in the main who scored at 48-47, I don't know what the fuck they were watching.
Sal Diamato, I know you were working tonight, bud.
Not your girl?
I know you. Maybe it was Adelaide.
Maybe it
One
was.
of you 2 were working tonight. I know a fact. Factoids.
And you done fucked up again. But guys, we're here. You already know we did have a giveaway today, and I will announce the winner at the end of this stream. If anyone's been waiting all day to hear if you're the winner, you can come back and watch us tomorrow. If it's a little too late for you right
Stop
now,
being a little
if it's
bitch.
not too late for you right now and you want to hang with the boys, we will be here for as long as you guys are willing to tune in for. We're just drinking. The bars in Philly are pretty much closed at this point anyway, or will be in like another 10 minutes. So
last call at every bar was about 7 minutes ago, and every bar closes in 3 minutes.
There you go. My question to you is, does Taco Bell close in 3 minutes?
I did text you about that right before this. I don't know if you checked your phone.
I didn't. I was too busy getting ready. What'd you write?
It was like 1 o'clock, 1 something when I texted you. I was like, yo, shit.
And it's closed?
I don't know, but
I'm not going to get my hopes up, but if it is, or if any, maybe there's like a 24/7 place we could like Uber Eats.
I'll do some research.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. But guys, there was a giveaway tonight. I do have the winner to announce. I'm just going to wait till the end of the stream. So reminder, if you're waiting to find out if you won this bad boy, which is pretty sick. I was rocking this yesterday.
I will have you know, there is a 24-hour McDonald's.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear right there. But we are here, guys. We were at the arena all night. We did have a pretty damn good time, despite, I will say every time we're at the arena, my bets do shit. And for once, we got a perfect main card from the arena. But
I was happy for that.
Prelims were a little to be desired.
Prelims were a giant black hole of missed calls and lefts when you should have made rights. And just, I don't think I've ever had a prelims that god awful where I missed on almost every single fight. If it weren't for Neil Magny, I think I would have went over.
No, you had Donte Johnson KO.
Oh, Donte Johnson.
You had Charles Johnson, right?
But that moved from the main to the prelims. So barely counted. I don't. That one's ambiguous to me. I
was gonna say because I'm thinking of that fondly. I hit a parlay when Neil won, and I hit the Johnson parlay, and those are the memories I have from the prelims as far as bets that cashed. But again, main card was good. Mystery bet fucking cashed. We didn't make that much money this week though, because we only had 2 plays technically since we got the void with Johnson, but it's still going to be like a plus 2-3 unit.
2
week.
Units is a good week.
Yeah, I mean any winning week is a good week. I'm going to be honest. But guys, we will go fight right now. I guess we should start with the main event, right? I mean,
let's start at the top. Don't make people wait.
Was the most important fight of the night. Islam Makhachev defeats Ian Machado Garry 49-46 on 2 judges' scorecards, as well as our scorecards, and 48-47 on some blind motherfucker. But other than that, Islam looked about as good as he's going to look, right? I mean, Ian Garry is a tough opponent. We all knew this. He fucking rocks him with that head kick in the second round.
Was what turned the fight.
I really thought it was going to finish right there. Had he not rocked him with the head kick,
we might have been looking at a Garry decision.
See, I'm not going to say that, but had he not rocked him with the head kick, are we looking at this performance overall completely differently?
Completely, yeah.
Because that was really the domination of the fight. As much as he out-wrestled him and obviously controlled him for however long, it's like, to me, that was the that was the most damage. That was the most exciting part of the fight. I almost feel like we'd be looking at like a DDP Hamzat situation if that
I'm
didn't
so
happen,
glad you said that, because
right?
that's literally, I was like, I'm going to let him finish his point and then I'm going to bring up DDP Hamzat.
I do just feel like people would be sour on it if that didn't happen. And maybe people are sour on it. I'm pretty hyped on it. I would have liked him to get him out of there. I did predict a 50-45 and I'll take the 49-46. It was pretty close.
CP units, why?
CP units.
Gillian,
that was round 2,
and then
right?
on top of that, Islam sub didn't happen. What'd you say?
Islam sub was round 2 in
in round 2 in CP,
which was so close, dude, because he rocked him and then he got.
I was like, yo, Clipper something number.
Oh my god! But Ian Garry, I thought looked good out there. I mean, he did. I laughed with Gaff at the first wrestling exchange because Ian Garry thought he was like. It did really remind me of Khabib and Conor, where like Khabib's first shot and Conor's just laying the elbows as hard as he can. And I'm like, oh, Conor's thought of like things to do when he's getting shot at. Like, this is exciting.
On that head position.
I felt the complete opposite here, where it was like, oh, Ian thinks he's that guy who has something to do here. He looks like an idiot and out of place right now. Like, it was a really bad, like, oh yeah, get in on that underhook. I'll just do that, and then like, oh, you're on your ass. Like
it's very much like a kid that thinks they're better, like say basketball playing, and then you're like letting them score, and you're like, all right,
let me show you what the fuck is good for a second here. What do you think? Let's talk Ian first. What do you think is next? Did his stock go down at all in this fight?
For a guy that really likes these things that we're on top of right now, these specific chairs,
these old chairs.
It was really hard for Islam to sit him down for a lot of this fight.
Dude, shout out to Wombat. who became a member or re-up their membership, or they became a member on yours. We do have the combined chats right now, so I don't actually know.
Yo, don't forget to sub member both channels. If you're subscribed and you're a member for one of the channels, you should be subscribed and a member for both of the channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, you're fucking up if you're not. But Ian Garry, Gaff, stock the same, down, up. What do we think?
You have to combine his cumulative efforts at welterweight and who he's faced and what he's done. And even though his last two performances weren't that impressive in wins, I feel like this loss was more impressive than his previous two
This
wins.
is the Ian Garry adage, man. His best win is the loss to Shavkat.
Yeah.
And you're telling me his second best win now is the loss to Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, I'm saying that, yeah. And unfortunately, even that didn't up his stock because of those last two performances. So I kind of think he's at the same exact spot and nothing changes for him because he's still in the mix. He's still beating a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys in the top five, or at least face guys that have beaten the guys in the top five. So, and he mentioned many times, because he wanted us to know that he's 28 and that he has a lot of time. So I think nothing really changes for him. He's still going to be a staple of this division. We're going to be talking about him for a while with all these other guys that are rising to the top. I know Michael Morales was supposed to weigh in, be the backup fighter for this, all that, but Machado Garry, same spot.
Did you see online, and people at home, I'm curious, did he weigh in as the backup? Or was he just going to be on weight and be in attendance and whatever?
Like it was on his own accord instead of with the UFC,
did he show up at the official weigh-ins and step on the scale?
I don't think he did, because I didn't see
either.
anything. And even when didn't Bilal do that shit one time and they still showed Bilal?
They Mateusz Gamrot was the official backup once, and then they skipped over him for the next title shot, if that's what you're thinking of.
But they've done that with multiple people where they have them weigh in. But I'm pretty sure somebody like Bilal did it one time, like thinking he'd be the backup fighter. Yeah. But they actually showed him.
Yeah.
And Michael Morales is one of your top, contenders, and we didn't hear anything about it.
Caio Borralho, didn't he weigh in for, what was it, Khamzat Strickland or something? He weighed in and then he fought like Imavov like 2 weeks, or maybe it was the fight before Khamzat Strickland. So Khamzat DDP, he weighed in as the backup.
And my sentiments exactly. We knew about Caio Borralho, but we didn't hear anything about Michael Morales this week. Nobody made a point that.
Chuck asked a few times on MK. He's like, Long Island, can you look that up? Is he the official backup, or is he just saying? And I was wondering the same thing all week, because all I saw was Michael Morales saying it, no one else. So it's like, and now it's like, okay, I told Gaff, win or lose, Ian Garry fights Carlos Prates next, because he said, oh, if I win, we're going to do the rematch for the title. Okay, you didn't win. To me, oh no, I take that back, actually. Carlos Prates will fight for the title next, I think. Okay. But how fucking intriguing. I'm working this all out in real time.
What about a number one contender fight? Hear me out. That knows Islam just had a tough fight against a welterweight. He may be like, I'm not going to stay that active. I'm going to take a little time off, heal these injuries, build some muscle.
You're talking Ian? Who are you talking?
I'm talking they take Ian out of the equation too for a little bit, because he just lost. He didn't lose a spot or anything, but he lost.
Who's like the fourth guy
at welterweight? Prates Morales.
No, they would have made that before this fight if they were going to do that.
Yeah, but after this fight, you got to think that Islam just got a real tough fight against Ian Garry, who had a real tough fight against Carlos Prates.
Yeah, but you were going to have to wait 6 months to fight Islam anyway, whoever's next. So it's like, if I'm Prates, I'm sitting pretty right now. I think Michael Morales only played that weigh-in as the backup card to try and get himself. Yeah, like Prates is clearly a fan favorite. The UFC fucking loves him. Not that they don't like Morales, but they haven't pushed.
Shout out to the Prates. If you're a one more round member, spam that Prates emoji right now.
Let's go.
Spam that shit. We drank. Can you get me a Corona, please, sir?
I just feel like, what's his face?
Thank you.
I feel like Morales Garry would make so much sense right now if you did Prates Islam, and then you just have that final four thing. Sorry, I told you.
I was about to use the edge of this, bro. You see me searching, right?
I hope that's cold too. It's kind of been in.
Thank you, bro.
So yeah, dude, I think, and also like the thing that sucks is to me, Michael Morales is the most intriguing fight for both guys, winner and loser here. Like Michael Morales Islam is that's more intriguing to me than Prates Islam
Because of the like, I know we all think of Prates as like a killer and a sniper and all that, but that is what he is. He's a sniper. He's gonna find the shot and find the easiest and quickest route to it. But Michael Morales is a marauder.
Yeah.
He is huge. He comes forward. He blasts you. He blasts you with big shots, whether it's body kicks, low kicks, head kicks, overhand rights and lefts, hooks. Like, he is just a marauder. He comes forward and he
doesn't have good takedowns.
He had problem with Ian Machado Garry.
Yeah.
Morale and Ian Machado Garry had a problem with Prates, and Prates would have a problem with Michael Morales. So like, he's the next level. It's like it's easy, medium, hard. Which one you want?
I said that today when we were talking to like Bon or something. I was like, or maybe it was Oscar. I said the most intriguing fight to me right now. He's like, there's no like fight everyone's itching for right now. And I was like, yeah, honestly, the most intriguing fight to me you can make right now is Prates Morales. And neither guy has a belt, which is interesting. Normally there's like the Ilya Islam fight or something. There's normally something on the table where you're like, I want to see that. Like,
unfortunately, yeah, because of the position that they're in, we're probably not going to get that next. And one of them, it's probably, you're right, it probably is going to be Prates, because why did they show him on the broadcast? We didn't see Morales. Was Morales even in attendance?
That's why I'm like, he didn't even weigh it, bro. He was in fucking Ecuador. He's from Ecuador, right? Or am I making that up?
It's either Colombia or Ecuador.
I think it's definitely Ecuador, because Luke would love him too much if it was Colombia. But he fucking, I guarantee he weighed in like at home and like sent a video, like DM'd a video to like the UFC account, was like, look, 170, like sick, bro. You know, like, no.
Shout out to Morales though. I mean, Sean Brady
Sean Brady got booked tonight against Gabriel Bonfim.
Yeah.
At an Apex card, which it's a winnable fight for Sean Brady, but I also feel like, why are you taking that fight, Sean Brady?
That's a tough one.
It's just like, I don't know. I almost feel like he could have waited for like, if Mike Malott beats Joaquin Buckley, like you get the Malott fight. You could have, I don't know. Like,
do you think this could have been? I'm not saying that it is in any way, but I'm saying, is there a threat? I'm just grabbing a thread right now.
Yeah.
Is there any way that they wanted him to be on this card and he denied it, and they responded by giving him that opponent?
That is actually a great call, Gaff, because he said last time he fought, which we were in attendance for in Newark.
Shout out to a great card.
He said, I'll fight anyone on that Philly card. I'll literally fight anyone pre-fight. Then he beats Joaquin Buckley that night, and then in post-fight, he says, I want to go back on that a little bit. He's like, I got to be smart about my career. I'm not going to fight anyone on that card, but I would love to get on that card. So to me, that was like, I'll take Prates or Morales, you know, like give me a number one contender fight or I'm not taking it. And to your point, maybe he did deny one of the lesser, maybe like an Uros Medic on that card. And then they were, well, no, because Medic would have been booked for
I get
Serbia.
your point.
But yeah, and then maybe they're like, all right, fuck you, Brady. Here's Gabriel Bonfim. Have fun at the Apex.
I mean, Sean Brady, we had a very upsetting amount of Pennsylvanians on this card. I'm not attributing that to the matchmakers. I'm not attributing that to people dodging fights. I'm just saying
2 for 2.
But we did go 2 for 2. But I almost said Bonzi Wells, bro. Jeremiah.
You know who?
Jeremiah Wells and Dustin Stoltzfus.
You know who won me over in his post fight?
Please don't say Stoltzfus.
He did, bro.
Oh my God.
I liked him a lot after that. I was like, this just seems like a really nice guy who's just trying to. And even he was like, I understand why people talk shit about my record. It's pretty bad. He's like, I get it. Like, it doesn't look good. I've had really bad performances. And I was like, all right, dude, at least he knows. At least he's not out here like,
he's self-aware.
I'll kick anyone's ass. Yeah, he was just very like, and he was so calm with his demeanor that it was like, oh, I like this guy. I can tell this guy's like cool.
He was personable. He was a nice guy. He almost gave me, did you get a little Ted Lasso vibes out of him?
I
just some feel good vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I became a fan of him tonight. I gotta say, I'm not gonna bet on him ever.
That's
But-
my sentiments
but
when you
I-
said it. You're like, you know what I think? I was like, because of that, when you said that, I was like, that's the only reason I think you'd be a fan of him. And I was like,
Yeah, no.
you mean betting wise? That's why I was
No.
like, I looked at you all weird. I'm like,
I
okay,
did say
bro.
though in my breakdown that I did call it Stoltzfus decision, but I did say that Abdul-Malik struggles with the takedown defense. And then Luke Thomas on Friday was
Another
like,
prospect.
he's like, Mansur's a D1
Go.
wrestler. And I got to be honest, I did not know that. And it was after I made my bet breakdown and I was like, fuck,
Yeah,
he's a
good.
D1 wrestler. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. Dustin definitely had the wrestling advantage there. He also, guys, on the broadcast, Cormier was like, oh, they used to wrestle together. And Dustin used to get the better of him. Dustin clarified in the post-fight, I've never fucking wrestled Mansur. He said we used to do warm-up sparring occasionally, like maybe once or twice. He's like, I don't know why DC said that. Like he like shook his head no when they said DC said that. I'm like, why is DC just making up facts? Like, he used to get the
I think
better of him.
DC is just spitballing now.
Yeah, he
I
really
feel like
is.
there was a time where he tried hard and he was like, got into it. And I feel like he may now be at the spot where he's like, I'm not going nowhere.
It's the abundance
I'm
of
pulling up
cards.
and doing what I gotta do.
It's the abundance of cards. Because when you first start out, you're like, hell yeah, I'm on top of this. I got to do the most research. Then when it's a weekly thing, it becomes like, all right,
This
I'm
grind is
drained. I
hard.
gotta fucking like take a step back. The other thing is his YouTube channel is so successful, and I almost feel like he's used that, like, because as that grows, he takes a back seat to the commentating because he's like, worst case, I have that to fall back
Yeah,
on.
I don't
you
need
know?
this.
Yeah, like I'll just do these interviews and shit.
DC, I love you, brother. You are you have a fantastic rapport with the fighters, but sometimes on these broadcasts, I wish I could just Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson. You feel me? I just want him to start talking and close in on his neck and hear the words start to drain.
One of the
Like,
one of the
stop.
best things he said tonight. I don't know if his earpiece wasn't working, and I will say that does happen from time to time. So
So
I'll
talk about the false starts.
Oh my God, we do. I will give him credit and say maybe it was just a tech difficulty, but I don't remember the exact line. I think it was co-main or main, and Anik and Rogan were going back and forth about something, and they were like, I'm just going to make up the line here. Anik's like, her striking looks great in there. And Rogan's like, yeah, she's really leading with the jab. And then Cormier's like, and guys, her striking looks great in there, and she's leading with the jab. He literally repeated what they just said, and I was like, he either did not hear them at all and just spoke the exact same thought they had, or he's a fucking moron and just repeated what they just said.
That was amazing.
It was funny.
Shout out to Daniel Cormier.
DC's
I
the
wish
man.
I heard more of Laura Sanko tonight, but it is what it is.
I'll forever shit on DC's commentary, but I do genuinely like DC. Whereas like some of the other shitty commentators, I'm like, this guy sucks too. You know, we don't need to name names, but
I'll do it. No, I'm kidding.
I
Shout
do
out
want
to Don
to.
Cruz.
You
I
did
love
just
him.
mention the false start. We got to talk about that quick, but then we'll
So
move on.
many.
Then
So
we'll move
many.
on to the co-main. Oh,
There's
we
like
can talk about what's next.
3
first.
and 4 in one fight.
So Gaff and I were coming up with every time like Rogan or Cormier says it's tied or it's over, oh he's done, whatever, and we were calling them false starts. So we said before the card even started, over under 5.5 false starts tonight. We counted at least 6, and 2 different fights had multiple.
And we might have missed a couple.
It was Luque Gore had like 3 in it.
Yeah. The first one I knew. Well, you knew. And then I discounted. I was like, nah, that doesn't count. And then after like 2 minutes, I was like, it counts now.
Yeah. Oh, and Gillian or Mackenzie in round 1 on Gillian, they called that. That was the last one that I think put us at like 6 or 7.
To be fair, we both. Well, no, you didn't call that. I called it too. I was like, oh, it's over. And then you were like, oh, false start on you. I was like,
yeah, I did say that.
I was like, all right, I did. Fuck it.
Also, like we're shitting on them a lot. I will just say that genuinely, I thought the fight was ending like most of those times that they said it tonight.
Yeah,
so
I did
it's
too.
like,
I did too. To be fair.
And then there's like the Chapolin, which we'll get to, but like that
Chapolin.
came out of nowhere, where it was almost like, what happened?
It was a body shot, and I think it was a left to the liver from Charles Johnson, and he wore it well at first, and he was like, I'm gonna take that, and then he was like, oh, it's round 3, that fucking hurt, and just keeled over, and then Charles Johnson just finished it.
Yeah, but he guillotined him or whatever, didn't he? It was that was the weird.
That is what
submission.
happened.
Yeah,
He followed him to the ground because he
that's
couldn't
what.
finish
And it was
him.
almost like, oh, he doesn't even have anything locked. Oh, he taps. Like it was like
They were saying it was more of a Scottish twister, and then I was like, Was it closer to Stevie Ray or was it closer to AJ
I got to see the replay on that. I didn't get a good angle. To be
Because I
honest,
thought it was closer to AJ McKee.
my viewing experience tonight was kind of shit. I'm going to be honest. I was
There was
looking
a lot of tripods.
was looking through a lot of tripods at this TV, just doing my best to ignore them and whatever. I did go out for Ribovics Barboza, and that was cool. We can talk about that when we get there. Again, I keep being like, let's talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Shout out to Deanna Belbita and Oscar Willis showing up on our streams tonight. Appreciate both of y'all.
Oscar gave the finger to the camera too. We'll definitely put that in the vlog.
And shout out to Bronstetter for being cool and saying what up tonight. Appreciate him.
Bronstedter's man. I'll say right now that we got to talk Islam just real quick, and I think we kind of agreed it's probably Prates, but you even asked me this during the fight, like, where is Islam is he on the Mount Rushmore for you, Gav? Is he top 4?
I have a better question for you. Is he higher on your GOAT list than Khabib? So keep in mind that one of the things in MMA is adversity. And Khabib kind of
never once
seen that.
I'll say this about Khabib, and it's hard to really gauge, but if you were really just dissecting their UFC careers, Islam, I think, is like by
leagues
far
ahead.
Yeah, like
leagues.
It's absurd. Like
what opponents, length of schedule, activity, everything.
Title defenses,
their title defenses, everything.
But we have to talk about Islam did get knocked out before, bad. Not a TKO.
It was early in his career, but yeah.
Right. Islam or Khabib never fucking lost a round. Islam lost 2 rounds tonight on a judge's scorecard and 1 on the other 2. Like, he's not as dominant as Khabib was, but is that all it takes to be a GOAT or a Mount Rushmore? That's where the argument comes into play. Like, I think we're talking
about 2 different arguments.
I don't even have Khabib on my Mount Rushmore, I don't think.
I did for a point of time, but
maybe I do actually. He'd probably be 4th, though.
Like a gray area.
No, actually, he's not on it. I'll tell you who my 4 are right now.
Jones better be in there.
Yeah, it's in no particular order. No particular order. It's Jones, GSP, Demetrius Johnson, and I think I'm going to give Jose Aldo number 4.
No Silva?
Fuck.
No Amanda Nunes?
No Amanda Nunes. I got to be honest.
No?
All right, I might do Silva instead of fucking Jose Aldo.
Chevy?
Also, people were pointing out that Volk is actually has the better career than Aldo, and as a big Volk guy, I'm still I still think Aldo's the GOAT, featherweight GOAT.
Because you saw the era, and I feel like a lot of people these days didn't see that Jose Aldo era. They saw the tail end of his career. Since we got to see that, experience it, see all the highlights from it when he was fighting all those times, we know, and all these other people would.
But it's also, like Volk beat him, so and that's what people's argument is.
But also towards the tail end of Aldo's
career. That's why I think it's a little tainted. It's almost
that wasn't even a title fight, wasn't it? Right?
No, it was. It was a Brazil pay-per-view, I believe, on the undercard.
Yeah, so it's just like it was feeding they always do that. I feel like they do it less now. If because we saw some more dogs cash tonight, but they just feed their old to their young. So
it's sad.
Yeah.
All right. So is Islam on your Mount Rushmore?
Barboza, I love you, brother.
Is Islam on your Mount Rushmore?
No.
And is he better than Khabib, which was your question?
This is my GOAT Mount Rushmore. I'm going to say no because I reserve 1 spot for female. And it's not Nunes.
Kayla Harrison?
You know who it is.
Chevy?
My man knows. All right.
Chevy is
shooter with that pistol.
Yeah, just give me like a women's Mount Rushmore at that point, because I think I could go like Amanda, Chevy, Kayla.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And like
let's put
Joanna
in 2 categories.
Like
Joanna is if Joanna is not in your top 4, you don't know shit.
Yeah,
you don't know fucking shit. If Joanna is not even mentioned in your top 4, I need you to close your laptop, go to bed. This isn't for you. You're
I said in my live chat, and I didn't realize until someone asked me, but she's my favorite female fighter, bro.
She's so much fun.
She's just the best.
Shit talked. She had amazing.
She no-showed
reach.
Luke Thomas multiple times, and he hates her for it. It's fantastic. She really is the best.
And BC loves her. So
I know. The whole like Joanna Luke thing is so funny.
I'm so sad I didn't see you, BC. I hope you're watching on your way to bed or
Dude,
something right
yeah.
now. So sad.
Guys, and we tried to get in touch with him yesterday. Granted, he probably knew we were out drinking and was like, I don't want to deal with that right now.
I'm going to attribute us not seeing him tonight to the terrible layout of Xfinity Live. Let me tell you how this shit started for the media.
Yeah, was bad.
We pulled up and they're dragging us through fan expos to get up the elevators to get to the media room. So it's like a fans are lined up here. There's a fucking dumbass table.
It was like
small-ass
VIP
hallway.
fans too. So they all had lanyards like we did. But then did you notice there was like a family who was pulling some shit that I would pull at a sporting event?
They're just trying to sneak in.
They're trying to sneak
I seen
in,
them
and
there.
they were like, "Oh, let's just follow this crowd. Like they're getting in the elevator. Let's go." But they didn't have lanyards, and they kept getting in my fucking way. And I kept like cutting in front of this woman, being like, "Get the fuck out of the way! I'm trying to get to where I'm going.
I'm
know
actually
you don't
a person
belong."
that needs to go
Exactly.
somewhere.
Like you don't get the fuck out of here. Like I'm all for your little game, but do it behind me.
Don't
Like,
interfere with real people doing real things.
pissing me off. But we did have fun last night, dude, and we didn't see BC, but we did chill with Oscar, Bond,
Oscar, you're the man. I
and
love you,
Nolan,
brother.
and that was fun. So shout out to them.
Oscar, we're gonna have one of those fucking nights, bro. You know what I'm
Maybe
talking
tonight.
about.
Maybe we end this and hit up Oscar. Like, yo, you trying to hit the
That's too
24/7
dangerous.
McDonald's? No. He's
I'm
probably leaving. I meant to ask him when he was
definitely
leaving.
trying to do that. Uber Eats or otherwise.
Jose said he's leaving Monday. I doubt
Yeah.
Oscar's leaving Monday. Oh, in fact, I know Oscar's not leaving Monday because we're supposed to record Foster Bros on Monday. By the way, Foster Bros will be back this week, confirmed. We're recording it on Tuesday, though, so it probably won't come out till Wednesday or late Tuesday. We'll see. But Gaff, we got to move on to the co-main
Shout out
event.
to Mike Bone. I finally met him in person tonight.
It's Bon, like bonfire.
Shout out to Bone. No, shout out to Mike Bone.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, brother. Great times drinking with you, sipping, having a good time. Oscar too.
Mike Bond said something to me about. Maybe I should say this. Well, he's from a country where cannabis is legal. He said something to me about cannabis last night, and then I said, "Oh, I have X, Y, and Z," and he was like, "No, I can't." I was like, "Why are you bringing it up, then, bro?" Yeah. No, but apparently he gets down like that. So I was like, "Oh shit, Mike, I forgot." Like,
I have heard good things.
Yeah. I did have a category for him on Prop Quiz once: bong hits. Bong
Ooh.
hits. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's good.
It was pretty good. All right, co-main event, Gaff. Mackenzie, Dern, Gillian, Robertson. We know
Chili bean.
We know how you were leaning. We know how I was leaning. We had the mystery bet. It was Gillian over 2.5 by sub. At no point did I, even in the 5th round, I was like, this is not gonna happen. Another weird scorecard. A judge giving it 48-47.
Completely correct.
Gaff jokingly saying that's correct. How'd you
Completely
actually
correct.
score it? 4-1. Round 5 for Gillian.
Let me say this.
Do not reset your screen. Gaff is just fucking.
Let me say this. Okay, let me say this. Round 3 was murky. It was Dern for the first half. It was Dern for the first half. Gillian came on towards the end. Then Dern got back on top right at the end of the round in the last seconds.
We both had the plus 13.5 spread bet on Gillian, and you looked at me after round 3 and you said, "Was that a Gillian round?" And I said, "It was not, Kev." And I wanted that
fact
spread.
that I asked you might be enough to sway
Sure.
because we did
Sure.
get a 48-47.
But I
was just
literally, I'm honest when I'm like, I could see a judge giving it. I was like, dude, I don't think any judge is giving her that round. Meanwhile, a judge did.
A judge did, baby.
But it didn't matter because round 5, we both looked at each other halfway through and we were like, Gillian's winning this round.
Yeah, this is Chili beans.
Yeah, we were like, we got this. We did parlay. Someone commented on my post and said they were taking this, and I told them I took the same fucking thing, and I made Gaff take it too. 13.5 on Gillian and 13.5 on Ian. That shit cashed pretty easily.
You know what's actually so funny that I just thought about right now?
What?
Chili Bean is a much more appropriate name for her after this fight than the Savage because of her punch power that they fucking joked on her about the entirety of the fight. Bro, they trashed her the entire fight on her. Kicks, punches, it didn't matter what she threw. They were like, it's like there's nothing behind it.
she looked nervous. Our group chat was going off, Manich and Jake and Tristan, and they were like, yo, she looks nervous as fuck. She looks like scared in the moment. She looks all, and you said it when she was shadowboxing with Dean in the back. You were like, this does not look good.
What the fuck are those?
Yeah, you were like, this doesn't look good.
I had mitts too, and I was looking at it. I was like, what the fuck are those?
Then, and we also, you asked me in the middle of the fight, Gaff, I want to say it was like round 2, and you were like, yo, does Mackenzie look good or does Gillian just look like shit? And I was like, I honestly think it's both. I think Mackenzie looked great tonight, and I think Gillian looked her worst ever tonight, really. Like,
and she was good at fighting tonight too.
Mackenzie? You said bitch though, right? Mackenzie, right? Like,
yeah.
That was like that meme of the guy and the girl from like the like old, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what movie it's from or show, but it's like they're in like old time garb, like, you know, like 1600s shit, and it's like a guy saying something and the girl's like whatever, right? And then the guy just stares back and then she's like, right? It's like
a milkmaiden.
You make the context like, I don't know, something. Yeah, it was good, but I didn't think.
Shout out to those angles from the UFC tonight.
I gotta say, someone pointed this out to me. I think it was on my live chat, and they were like, "Luke, you say Gillian's a live dog or something?" Because I think I said this like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Gillian could win that, you know. And they were like, Luke, if you think Gillian's a live dog, and they weren't even being a dick. They were just like, what do you think her path to victory is? And it made me critically think about it. And I sat there and I was like, oh yeah, dude, what is Gillian? Like, she's not going to submit Mackenzie Dern. And then I was like, dude, and if you go to the ground with Mackenzie Dern, like, you're fucked. I didn't think Mackenzie was going to take it there. I thought Gillian was going to take it there and regret it.
I was surprised with the gas tank of Mackenzie.
It faded hard though in 4 and 5.
I'd say 5. I feel like 4 she still had it handily.
She still had it, but even 1 and 2 she was like great, and then it clearly took a step back 3, 4, 5, even if it was still there, you know. But that was one of her best performances, dude. Like,
that's gonna be my most memorable performance that isn't a finish from her. To be
besides
honest.
Divorce Dern, who was that against when she just fucking came out like a hammer? Was it Andrade or some shit? It might have been Jessica Andrade, or did she get finished by Andrade? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember, bro.
Either way, Divorce Dern, mythical fighter, was legit. I'll remember this way more than I remember Jandiroba. I don't even remember the Jandiroba fight. I know it was a Dern decision.
I remember,
like,
was it Jandiroba that got a few takedowns, and then she?
Yeah, but Mackenzie was like beating her up from bottom. Or something. Like,
I feel like okay. So it was like that's why we kind of doubted Mackenzie, because we weren't sure if she was going to be that same person that Gillian could just put on her back, or was she going to be dominant like we've seen her before, and whoever she just fucking put those fucking hands on after that divorce. We should have known. Because she was talking about mommy power all week and shit like that. And then she was like, I want to be one of those. I forget what she was saying. But she was basically alluding to that. She was like, oh, I want to be one of those people that, you know, people look up to as a mom. And
they said
I could be a good example and shit like that.
I think the mom thing is for sure.
Opener, by the way.
Don't you have it still?
No, I gave it back.
Just keep it on it. I mean, just leave it on the table or something. I will say that Mackenzie fucking Dern. I totally forgot my train of thought there. It was something about Mackenzie. It was gonna be good too, guys. I promise. It was so good. It was like the best thought I've had all stream.
Oh, we were talking about Mackenzie Dern, and we were talking about the fact that
it wasn't even a good point. I'm just trying to be exaggerated. It was just like something I wanted to say, and I just totally forgot. What's next? Who's next? I looked
Tatiana.
at you. Fuck that. I looked at you. I said 2 things to you during that fight, and I want
the same one.
I'm cool with either of them. I said, bro, how sick would it be if Mackenzie actually beat Wei Li? I don't know if she can, but please make that fucking fight, because now I'm way more intrigued than I was before this fight.
I forgot about Wei Li because I think of her as a 25er for no reason.
Yeah, well, she looked like shit at 25. The other thing is, who's the other fucking... Oh, I looked at you and I said, bro, imagine Fatima
and Mackenzie.
That would be a quick rise right there.
And I said, because Fatima would piece her up on the feet, but Fatima's wrestling looked great against Tabitha Ricci. How does it look against Mackenzie Dern? / do you want to wrestle Mackenzie Dern? Because same thing with Gillian. Like, do you really want to go to the ground with Mackenzie Dern? I don't know how Fatima's jiu-jitsu is. I'm going to assume it's not on the level of Dern's.
I'm going to assume that if Dern gets her back, it's over.
Yeah, so that fight's really intriguing. Maybe it's too soon for Fatima. Like,
that's what I think. Because she's still passing tests.
Lemos is her best win. It's like Lemos and Angela Hill. So
yeah.
you need
shout
to
out
be
to Angie Hill. Shout out to the female.
Angie always reminds me of Neil Magny. I always associate. They're like
shout out to Neil Magny, my fucking guy.
40+ New Yorkers. That's what it is. It's fucking. Well, Angie's not from New York, but she went to college in New York. Still counts.
I still add her. I think for some reason I put Neil Magny, Angela Hill, Jerry Cannonier all in the kind of like the same category. Just my old heads that get me bread. Just my old heads are just.
They are like the same. Done. Yeah, you're right. And they're all going to retire soon, which sucks.
Bro, I'm going to be like, I'm kind of going through it with all iterations of every sport right now, where like all the people I grew up watching are like retiring or they're done. And I'm just like,
yeah,
like every single one of them is gone. There's only the new school now. It's just like
it is going to be weird
to think about.
It's going to be weird in like probably won't be that much longer. 10 more years when like
don't make me think about
not one person who was on the roster when I started watching it is still. You know what I mean? Like Cub Swanson just retired. For a lot of people, they've been watching Cub for 20 fucking years. It's like. That might have been someone's last person where they're like, dude, like I stopped watching after WEC. So like Cub was literally the last person I've seen, like that's
Doesn't
crazy.
It feel like they're offloading them each card? Like, all right, this is going to be your card to retire Darren Elkins. Now your card to retire Edson Barboza.
Did he officially retire?
Huh?
Did he officially retire? Because I was traveling, like I went to the seats and then I was traveling back
It
down.
looked like it because of the way
Did he take the gloves off
when he left. I don't remember if I saw the gloves off.
We can get to that fight in a second. Two things I want to say is one, it's Weili, it's Tatiana, it's Fatima for me.
Tatiana all day, baby.
Well, I think Tatiana's probably realistic because we both agree Fatima might need one more. And then Weili, like who knows what the fuck she's doing. I also heard someone said, and I can't remember who it was, but it was either on MK or one of the other podcasts I listened to, and they were like, I've heard some things about Weili, but I don't want to jump to conclusions yet, or I don't want to like. It's all assumption. They were like, I don't want to bring it public, and I was like, yo, is she like retiring or some shit?
That's my first thought.
Yeah, like
it's not an injury, it's not an opponent. My first thought, if anyone brings that up, retirement.
It sounded weird, and then you think of her with the whole like she's been having those makeovers. Is she like gonna go into like a different career? She like, oh, I look pretty, I'll act or something.
Like, exactly.
I don't know, man.
Like, I mean, the Asian film scene and the let's just say Asian because India is in Asia. Yeah, the Asian film scene is booming, and
she's also like super famous already. Like we're underestimating that. It's like having
she could
a cameo from
Shaq
power in your movie or something. Like, oh, let's get Weili in this movie or something.
Her name is big enough now.
I love how we saw one photo of her like with a makeover, and we're like, guys, she's going into acting. It's confirmed.
Even if it's not acting, she used to be doing tours and doing stuff with celebrities. Like once you get to a big enough level, she's already been a champion. She doesn't have to work going back to be like she doesn't like my argument with John Jones, where I was like, he doesn't need to come back. Like she's also a person that doesn't need to come back.
She should be like an ambassador for like Asian MMA or something, like
exactly.
Road to UFC. She's like at every card. Or something.
Like when Joanna started to tail out, and we were like, honestly, girl, retire when the fuck you want to. You don't have to be one of those people sticking around. You know what I mean? Like you didn't win that title. I think she took one more fight after that against like Waterson or some shit. And
yeah, but it's like she lost to Weili twice, and she lost to like Chevy. It wasn't even and Rose. These are all champions. These aren't bad losses. You're right, Michelle Waterson, but Michelle Waterson was a top 5 perennial fucking strawweight. So
that's what I'm like. You don't need to, Weili. Like, yeah, if you want to test yourself one last time, if you think they'll give you a title shot in like your next fight, and if you don't think you do it, then you're gonna be done. Then fine, we're okay with that, Weili. We don't need you to come back. It's not like we don't even need stars right now. If we're being real,
yeah,
like it's not an era to like bring a star back. It's an era to build stars right
True.
now. We're officially in the trust the process era of the UFC.
I just got a genius matchmaking idea.
Shout out to Philadelphia.
Gillian Robertson, Fatima Klein. That's the fight that gets her the title shot.
Feed him. I mean, she's gonna piece Gillian up bad. This is a TKO.
What would be a better? I think I know the answer, but what would be more intriguing to you, Fatima Tatiana or Fatima Gillian? Like, let's just
Fatima Tatiana.
Yeah,
Way more intriguing.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I want Gillian to be more intriguing since she's coming off the title loss. But Tatiana's at the end
Low
of the day.
key, Gillian and Tatiana kind of the same, bro.
Maybe they should.
Tatiana
I think
have a
Gillian
little
would
more
beat her.
power.
Gillian would be, or sorry, Tatiana would beat her.
Oh yeah, Tatiana easily. But because her wrestling is way more dominant than Gillian's, and that's how you get somebody to the ground for your jiu-jitsu. And we've seen Gillian Robertson's offensive jiu-jitsu isn't as great when she's facing someone with great jiu-jitsu. But Tatiana Suarez, I mean, bro, her against Fatima Klein, I feel like she could.
I learn a lot from that matchup, and you guys know, based off my Quill and Saul killed statements, that I love learning about fighters and fights.
Wait, you learned about Fatima?
I will learn a lot about her if she fights Tatiana. If she fights Tatiana. Yeah, like there's a lot to. Ooh, she got through that test, or ooh, her wrestling ain't there. You know, like
I think that's a. If I could be quite frank, I think Fatima Klein takes that. I just think of the Whaley title fight.
So that to me justifies giving Fatima the title shot right now. If you think she can get through Tatiana, just fucking give her the title. Now you got a 24-year-old fucking champion. Yeah, you got Josh Van and you got Fatima, bro. They're both 24 or whatever.
And we just said we're in the trust the process era of the UFC. Get a bunch of young stars, have them beat a bunch of people, build their names up. You have new fucking, like maybe we're not. I didn't see it. I'm saying we, like a fucking jackass. I didn't see it, but maybe that's exactly what they're doing with Dern. We have a beautiful not youngish champion.
That's why they're not giving Whaley to her. They're like, we want her to have winnable fights.
Let's build her up. Let's give her Gillian.
That's why I said to you, this actually, people want to say paper champ, all that shit about Dern. Sure, she should fight Whaley to really prove it. But to me, you win a championship, you get a title defense, like that solidifies your championship at that point. You're a champion. Like we can't call her a paper champion just because there's one person out there we want to see her fight that we all presume she'll lose. It still feels like if that champion's not willing to come back and fight me, what the fuck you want me to do? I'm just going to fight whoever's here,
circling back to the young champions thing, I feel like the trust the process area is really a thing right now. Joshua Van, Mackenzie Dern. Well, they try to
Mackenzie,
do it.
Though, how old is she? She's like our age, right? 30?
Yeah, but there's ulterior motives there. Clearly, I mean, there's nobody.
She's actually probably younger than us.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like we'd be impressed.
31 max. 31 max. Yeah, I would think. Yeah. I'd say. I feel like they would have hammered it home if she was 29. So I'd say 30 or 31. Let me look that up. I feel like 30 or 31, but. Besides that, all the champions, Carlos Olberg is what? Oh, he's actually older than we think, right?
Yeah, he's like 34.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I forgot about that one.
All right, so Dern.
But Josh Hokett, they're trying to wait.
Dern's 33. She's a year younger than us. Yeah. And her birthday's right around mine, so I'm almost exactly a year older than her.
Holy shit. But, what I really meant to say is we have a lot of champions that are, or big staples of divisions that are really on the older end, and they're still holding on to these belts where it's like, what do we do when they're leaving? Like Ilya was supposed to be the 45 guy. Volk is not getting any younger, and he's 38.
Volk just got booked tonight, and that's a tough fight.
It's a tough fight.
I'm gonna take him as a dog, though. You best believe. Unless, dude, if Evloev's a dog, that's really gonna fuck with my mind because I think Evloev is probably gonna win.
He's gonna open as a dog. I think it opens as a dog and gets to like a lot of these fights tonight at Pick'ems.
I hate those kind of fights where it's like, I got this guy as a dog, but now on fight night he's a favorite, or vice versa. It's annoying. Like, it's super annoying. It's one thing to be like, ooh, I missed out on 20 points or something. It's really annoying when you go from plus money to minus. You're like, I parlayed that dog now. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Charles Johnson, shout out to your line tonight. That was crazy. Jalen Turner, your line was crazy tonight.
Jeremiah Wells, your line was crazy tonight.
His line was crazy tonight. No, that was right. It's just he pulled it. He pulled it out.
The over was crazy.
The over was crazy.
1.5 was plus money, and I told the couple that met me and Gaff at the Rocky Steps yesterday. He's like, "What are some bets on the undercard you like?" I was like, "I like the oral by fight to go long." I did say oral by decision, which was way off, but I said I like it to go long. I'm looking at the overs and that.
To go long?
I said Luque, who lost. What else did I tell that guy? I probably fucking butchered. Picks. Yeah, I was probably like, Joel. Oh, I said you like Joel Alvarez by sub.
That motherfucker didn't do it.
Sorry, guys from Calgary. We were also thinking of them when Gillian was looking like shit. We were like, damn, that poor couple who came here from Canada. Like, but all right, let's move on from that fight, guys. The featured bout of the evening, the quickest fight of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Jalin Turner versus Kaue Fernandes. He did say in the post-fight this was a 39-second knockout, his quickest ever, 38 seconds. So he was like, damn, I just missed it.
Cheers to you, Jalin Turner. You, sir, cashed the lawyer high-risk parlay. Let's go.
Miller Turner. Or no, sorry, Johnson Turner. I'm thinking of
Johnson. Last week it was Miller and I forget who.
Yeah, but there was 2 Millers.
But this week, Johnson and Turner, baby. Let's go.
I'll also say another one who kind of won me over in the. I've always liked Jalin Turner, but you know what he said, and I got to agree with this so much.
Was it the give himself to God stuff?
It was the God stuff where he's like, guys, you don't get it. He's like, I was so anti-God. I was so like, not anti-God, but I was so like,
who cares?
Why do fighters say that in the post-fight? Like, why are you thinking that's so weird? Like, this is like the things he was saying backstage. And he's like, and now I'm that guy. And I'm like, yo, that is weird.
That is very weird.
Because I feel like his former self. I feel that way. Like, why do these guys do this? Come on, just fucking, we don't have to get into
relax.
Religion. Yeah. But for him to say that, I was sitting there being like, will I be religious one day?
Am I the new Bryce Mitchell?
Fuck Bryce Mitchell. But dude, I was
Am I going to pull a Bible out?
Yeah, I was like, all right, shit, Jalin Turner. But Jalin seems cool. He did say he was getting high too much and then found God. So, maybe we'll get high so high. We'll get so high, we'll find God one day.
Don't get too high. You start to see things up there. You can see God.
Speaking of seeing God, I took 150 milligrams right before we walked. Well, I took 50 here and then 100.
You're a sicko.
Gaff and I were like, they opened the doors and we both were like, oh, fuck, we didn't take our 100 milligram edibles. And we're like very quickly, discreetly, like, because you go through security, there's cops there, all this shit. I was like, I don't need to get caught with fucking edibles going in the media
section.
Going in. Yeah. So we fucking wolf them down quick. And then I was like so nervous going through security. I also had my pen in my backpack. That just always makes me nervous. But I was like shaking when I was like, I look so sketchy. I was like, dude,
this guy's freaking out.
I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I am pretty fucking zooted right now. But,
I was. Well, I didn't realize till after because like we ate it and then went through security and then we had this, shout out to Oscar Willis. We had this moment in the elevator where it was like 15 people
sweating
in this one elevator, and I'm just sweating profusely. And Oscar just takes his hand and wipes my forehead. He's like, "You're sweating pretty hard." I was like, thanks, Oscar. You can fucking tell everybody. And like everybody looks at me in the elevator. I look like a chocolate egg. I'm just like a melting chocolate egg, bro.
That was so fucking funny. I didn't even put the like high thing together. That moment was hilarious.
In a closed space.
And Gaff's like taller than everyone. So Gaff's just in the middle of the elevator poking out with his sweaty head. And to your point, Oscar literally just reaches across everyone and wipes Gaff's forehead.
I fucking love Oscar, bro. Yeah, he just broke the awkwardness with that. That was amazing.
Yeah, Oscar's funny, man.
He's the man, bro. You need people like Oscar in the squad, bro. You just need people.
How about those guys last night? Okay. Last night we mentioned we're out with Oscar, Bond, Nolan, and these like 3 guys come and they start like introducing themselves to everyone and they're like, "What's up, Oscar?" Blah blah blah. And we're just like, you don't know like half these media guys. So I'm just like, oh, these are probably just some media guys that like Oscar knows.
Mm-hmm.
And we all thought that, it turns out, because even Bond said, like, wait, those guys aren't media? Like, these are just and Oscar's like, no, there's some guys staying at our hotel. They seem cool or whatever. And we're like, dude. And they were like buying us shots last night and shit. And like, I don't know if it was just because like they were like, these guys are with Oscar, free shots, or they're like, whatever. But either way, it was just funny. I was like, Oscar's like down to hang with anyone, man. He's like, yeah, these guys from the hotel. Yeah.
We should have known they were randos because we didn't even know who they are, especially you.
Yeah, but I don't
You've
know a
had
lot of
almost
people there.
everybody in every media on prop quiz, and they
Yeah, but even like we met two guys tonight. I didn't.
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
know
They
those
could be,
guys. You know, yeah,
local
Yeah.
guys.
By the
That's
way,
true.
the two guys tonight, they're like, "What's your guys' channels? We'll follow them or whatever." And
Shout out to Smack Talk.
Gaff's like, one more round fights or whatever, and he types it in, and then he's like, and he's main car minute, and then he goes to main car minute. He's like, "Oh, we're already following you." We my camera case says like main card minute all over it. They're like, we saw you waiting in line, and we were like, main card minute, what's that? And like, I was like, Gaff,
Shout out to them.
so you gotta have the branding on the case. Yeah, they were cool. And they have like mad memorabilia and shit, and they sell it on TikTok. It was like, I could look up the exact name. I did tell him I would follow him too. I should do that right now.
Smack Talker. Shout out to both of them. They went down to watch the main event. We built a rapport with them, made sure we recorded for them just in case they didn't get back in time. I hope they didn't waste any footage. They got all the interviews that they wanted.
Smack Talk by Rip Smackers. That's what their Instagram is. And again, guys, they said they like auction off autographed gloves and shit. And then Gaff and I Gaff was telling him, he's like, oh, we're mad into like collecting cards. And they were like, hell yeah, that's why we got into this shit. Like,
that's how they started.
They were from Oklahoma City, and their first ever event was the Gamrot Soul Killed card last week. And then they came this.
What a card.
They went from OKC to Vegas last week to Philly this week. I was like, are they just going to go to every card? Like,
they got the itch, bro. They're like, fuck it, we're approved. Let's see what we can get.
But Apex to pay-per-view is like, are you just going to go to every card? Even like fighting and Chunky don't.
How much
do
is
it.
this costing them? Because I know you got to stay
That's what I'm
somewhere.
saying. Unless they have
flights.
I know like Dennis, like when he goes to events, he gets like a sponsor. So maybe like I feel like people who are smart about this, like if we were smart, we would have been like, guys, and again, this recap is brought to you by Bud Light. You know, like
sponsors are hard to come by these days.
Right. But I think getting a sponsor to be like, hey, I'm going to this event for the weekend. Do you want I'll do all my content, whatever.
Yeah,
like
just mention in every single video.
That kind of I think that sells better than being like, want to sponsor me for a contracted amount of time or something, you know.
Yeah, I'll be going to 4 fights this year. I could put you in these 4 fights, or hey, I'm going to this one card. I'll plaster you all over.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, I butcher his name too. How are they saying it? Kaue or something?
I don't. It doesn't matter to me because I don't have to talk about.
Yeah, I'm saying Kaue Fernandes, guys. He's coming off a win over Harry Hardwick. I got to say, as someone who bet on Harry Hardwick.
You just said he came off a win over Harry
Exactly. As someone who bet on Harry Hardwick.
Why did you bet on Harry
against
Hardwick?
Marwan Rahiki. Against Marwan Rahiki.
Okay, that's fair.
I can tell you, Harry Hardwick is shit. So for Kaue Fernandes, for that to be like, ooh, he's coming off that win, I'm like, that tells us absolutely not. You might as well be coming off a win over like Cody Brundage, you know, like that tells me nothing.
Shout out to Cody Brundage, the journeyman of middleweight.
I mean, dude, we'll talk about it in the next fight when we talk about Mansur, but there's a Cody Brundage catalyst there.
Yeah.
But real quick on Jalin Turner, he got the quick finish. He looked fucking good. I had the over 1.5, so that did not go great, but it was a fun fight. I actually kind of missed the finish. I like looked down, and then you were like, "Oh shit, it's over!" And then I looked up, and he was like finishing him. So I kind of missed it. But
Jalin Turner was just laying down hammers, bro.
Yeah,
hammers.
We needed that. We needed that on the main card. I will say the card in general was really good. It's just the fucking co-main and kind of the main slowed it down a bit, where you kind of are left with that taste in your mouth. You know,
slowed it down is being nice.
Right, but again, I go back to the round 2 in the Islam Garry fight, and I'm like, that to me was enough to be like, you know what, that was a good fight. Like that, I'm not gonna look back and be like, that was a boring fight. Like,
usually one moment can make a fight.
Exactly. So, all right, so we can move on from Jalin Turner. We'll go Mansur, Abdul-Malik, Dustin, Stoltzfus. So
what is up with the prospects this year? I feel like that was a point at the beginning of the year. Then we kind of fell off on it for a little bit. The prospects started doing it well again. And we're right back to the motherfuckers
He's-
just taking L's again.
He's good. He's not
He's gym
great.
good.
He's not great. And when he made his debut, people were like, future champ. Future champ. This guy's got it all. He's
I'll admit I was
undefeated.
one of those people.
I kind of a lot like another fighter we'll talk about tonight, Joel Alvarez. I was like, holy
I was never
shit.
like that with him.
This guy's I don't know if I thought future champ with Joel Alvarez. I thought for sure top 10. Like in any
Yeah,
division
he
he
looked
fight, whether it's
dangerous.
55 or 70, he's top 10. You know, like
For me, it was 55. When he went to 70, I was like,
well, he hasn't looked good at 70, let's be
it
real.
looked terrible at
Yeah.
70.
But I will say that Mansur Abdul-Malik, I said I was going to go back to Cody Brundage in the last fight. You do not finish Cody Brundage, you are not a champion.
This is fair.
That's like how like it.
This
Like
is
Bo
fair.
Nickel is never going to be a champ. Oh no, he did finish Cody Brundage. I take that back. Bo Nickel might be a champion, guys. He finished Cody Brundage.
Yeah.
It's just like you need to
That's the mark
finish.
of a champion right there.
You need to finish the Dustin Stoltzfuses of the world. You definitely don't need to fucking lose by finish to the Dustin Stoltz. And it wasn't even fluky. It was a dominant victory up until the moment of the finish.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Because we were talking to each other at the end of round one. We were looking at like, bro, is he about to do this shit again? Two fights in a
I was
row?
like, yo, that's Stoltzfus decision, man. He's up
Mhm.
one. And I had the over, and I'm glad I only took 1.5, but I was like, I see Stoltzfus dragging this out. I do not think Mansur. Also, like Mansur minus 750 or whatever. You fucking kidding me? Like, not betting on that.
And low key, I think he was a bigger favorite than when he lost last time.
He 1000% was, because I was on Yusri Belgarwi last time, and Yusri was like plus 124. So that means Mansur was like minus 140 or something. So way bigger of an upset. That being said,
You know my rule, guys.
the Yusri loss feels a little more like acceptable. Like, okay, Yusri looks really good. Maybe you're young. You've only had 9 fights when he fought him or whatever. I think tonight was his 10th or 11th fight.
Semantics, really.
So it's like, I see that, but now I'm like, dude, I have a lot of questions with who they match him up against next, where I'm like, this guy might just not even be on this level, let alone.
He reminds me of those gym guys where, and I'll admit, well, I've never fought professionally, but I feel like I'm a gym guy where, like, in the gym, I look really good. Where you're like, yo, bro, if he fought, he'd be a problem. But if you catch me with one shot, I'm probably gonna end up on my back. No, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't have the chin for that. And unfortunately, Mansur Abdul-Malik kind of looks like that guy. In the last 2 fights, we've seen him caught many times. We've seen him taken down many times, controlled many times.
It's almost like he has nothing. He has no like go-to game plan.
But the problem is everybody talks highly of him, whether it's coaches, fellow fighters, everybody talks highly of him like
Well,
he
'cause
will be a champ. So I think he looks good, as good there, and then he
He's also
gets
like
it out.
shredded. He's got like a lot of.
He's got the physique. He's got the natural
Yeah.
attributes. He's got everything. He even talks shit the right way. He's not too talky shitty. Like he'll
Too
be humble.
shitty.
He'll be humble about it, but he'll get the point across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the problem is that when his chin gets in there, it doesn't back up what his speed and his strength can do. And if he's beating up on an opponent and can't find the shot, if the opponent bides their time, finds one singular shot that could change the course of the fight, which they oftentimes do at this point, he ends up losing the fight. And he's one of those fighters that we may have found the formula. Make him wrestle a little bit, catch him with something off a clinch or off a wrestling exchange. It'll change the fight around because now he's in a panic mode, and then it's your fight from that point. And Dustin Stoltzfus literally said he's trained with this guy before. It wasn't often. He said it was they did a couple light sparring days that they didn't even do hard sparring and shit like that. But he knew this guy. He was familiar with this guy. He's seen his tendencies. I'm sure he's had an eye on this guy because they're in the same weight class. So regardless,
he kind of downplayed that though, and
he
I
definitely downplayed it.
Yeah, but I
He's a fighter. He definitely
he
analyzed
seems
the
genuine.
fuck out of him.
He
for
seems
6
genuine,
weeks.
Dustin. Where I'm like, you know what? I feel like Dustin really didn't know this guy. He even said, like, admittedly, he's like, I don't think we've done much together. He's like, maybe a few times. And then I was like, damn, how many gym hours you got to have to not even remember like who you've sparred kind of thing. You know, like how many other guys are there that you're like, I don't even remember, maybe, you know?
I remember when me, you and Luke went and Brian went to Extreme Couture. And
there
we
was
got
a
to shoot
shitload
the
of people
interview.
there.
There was we got to watch a practice. We were like, oh, wow, this practice actually has like 30 to 40 people.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. And that was like not the pro class because there was like a guy who knew Luke there. There was like random, like we did see a few pros, but they were not training.
Then in most gyms that I've been to, professional gyms, there are dedicated days to the professionals.
We got a new fucking member, Gaff. I don't know if it's one more round or main card minute, but either way, welcome to the fam.
Preach.
Let's fucking go.
So for Long Island MMA, it was Thursdays. I think they recently changed it to Saturdays.
This is sparring we're talking?
Sparring, hard sparring. They'd only have that day for like the pros, killers. Don't come to this sparring unless you're willing to end up in the hospital at the end of it.
How about Extreme Couture where I feel like they spar like 5 days a week? I don't quote me on this, but they give me that vibe. And even Dustin was like, he's like, here's how Extreme Couture works. He's like, you do light sparring with a bunch of different people, and then you go hard sparring with someone. And I'm like, he didn't say like on Tuesdays. He was like, that's class.
That's the normal thing.
And that feels like, I know Sean Strickland doesn't like run that team, but that feels like a very Sean Strickland like, all right, we're gonna do light sparring followed by hard sparring. Like, when are we gonna drill some shit? Like, what do you mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
But in my experience, when the classes happen, it's you do the drilling, right? You do all that shit. At the end of class is the spar, right? So you do that. Normally they ask, well, not even asking, they're telling you, if you're not comfortable with sparring, don't even bother going in there. Okay, this is not for you. Only if you're ready for this, go in there. So that right there separates it, right? And that's usually like every day, like whether it's a kickboxing class, a Muay Thai class, a boxing class, that's how it goes. So I could see Nick Six Gym being like that, but maybe it's not a hard sparring because I have had it's in that or the gyms that I've been to. It depends on the person. When that person gets to you, you'll basically negotiate. Or if you don't negotiate, the first shot tells you exactly how it's going to be.
You're like, I want to negotiate. I want to negotiate. That hurt.
The 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever your gym does, ends. You get a new partner, touch gloves. Right then, when you touch gloves, you gotta let them know what the fuck's up. You're like, yo, you want to go hard? You 50%? You say whatever. You like whatever.
50% is the worst because that's so vague. And, and guys are just gonna constantly one up each other to be like, oh, that's your 50. Well, here's more 50,
exactly.
And it's like that was your 75,
crazy.
Motherfucker.
It gets crazy with some people, but
you can't do that.
It depends on the person. So like, it's either the ones you got to worry about that don't say nothing. Then you're like, okay, we'll see what happens. And I've had a couple cops that I've sparred with, and I'm like, okay, I ate a big hook to start. I'm like, all right, he's hard sparring. like some people you just gotta learn. So sparring is sparring. There are some practices dedicated to light sparring and hard sparring, but I'd say if it's just general sparring, it could be light, it could be hard, it could be whatever. And that's what I think happens at Nick Six Gym.
Either way,
a lot higher competition there though. So I'd guess high. I'd guess hard sparring.
Either way, I will most likely be fading both gentlemen in their next fight, depending on who they match make. You know, Dustin Stoltzfus, I'm going to assume I'm fading in his next fight. Mansur,
I've never not faded him.
If they try and hook Mansur up, thinking, "Ooh, you've lost your draw and then 2 in a row, and we want you to stick around," and maybe they give him like a really easy fight, which you would argue that maybe this was, guys. Dustin Stoltzfus is not necessarily like a household name. You're like, whoa, he's getting Stoltzfus. You know, it's like, oh, he's fighting fucking Dustin, like, and it ain't Poirier. Yeah, that ain't shit.
Wasn't Stoltzfus like pushing his German roots like a few fights ago, like trying to? I feel like he's been on this big tour of trying to.
He's both German and he's Amish. He's Pennsylvania Amish raised. Yeah.
Finally, I always wanted to know more. All right,
I don't know.
Let's
I don't know
push
if he.
Stoltzfus.
I will say this. I don't know if he is like a practicing Amish, whatever nowadays, but I'm almost positive he grew up Amish. Maybe he went to Rumspringer and was like, "I'm becoming a fighter. I'm never going back." You know. But
I feel like he's on a good personal tour right now, where he's like, "I'm not one of those fighters that you should root for to be a champion, but I could be one of those fighters that people find interesting and people really get behind." You know what I mean? Like
again, I became a fan of his. That
like a Sam Alvey.
Sure. That being said, if he loses his next fight and gets cut, I will feel nothing about that. But I did like him tonight. I was like, I went from hating this guy, not hating him, but being like, that guy sucks, fuck him, to being like, I kind of like that guy. So
Is that his ceiling? Is Sam Alvey level his ceiling? Or
to be honest, Sam Alvey nowadays, karate combat Sam Alvey is like super fucking likable. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Instagram Sam Alvey. Yeah, but Sam Alvey, the fighter, was like, this motherfucker won't stop smiling, walk into the cage. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I used to like get mad at Sam Alvey.
There's two sides. There's two sides.
I always used to say too, Sam Alvey is the most depressed person in the world. And he fights through it by smiling through everything. He is miserable.
He's the Joker in real life.
Miserable inside. And I feel so bad for him because I love Smiling Sam, but I see right through the fake smile. And I'm like, Sam.
It's like, you're miserable, bro.
I'm like, Sam, come on, damn it. It's like, I shouldn't have married America's Next Top Model. Damn it. He's like, but yeah, I'm not even gonna assume what's next for either guy. I'll just say, even if Dustin gets a step up in competition, it's only gonna get worse from here. And if Mansur gets a step down, you can't fight Cody Brundage twice. I mean, what do they give him the Brundage rematch? Like, it was a draw the first time.
Low-key, the rematch that we never wanted that might be the thing that we need.
Yeah, but then Brundage wins, and then we're like, okay, Mansur's actually out
That's
of the
the problem with Brundage. He always has a chance to win. That's such a problem.
Also, remember the Justin James conversation we had today? Was that the Donte Johnson fight, or was that the Mansur?
That was Donte Johnson because that we were talking about them better.
It was early, yeah.
And the knees.
Because I was gonna say, wow, how bad luck is Justin James? He fucking goes out and lets his fuck loses. All right, guys. Next fight of the night. First fight on the main card. The only one I went to the seats for. Edson Barboza, Esteban Ribovics. I did say he was gonna get Elkinsed. I don't think he got Elkinsed. Right? Elkins has to be in like under half a round. Which me and Gaff both bet on before because I was talking him into it. I was like, bro, this ends quick. You know,
this fight took my lunch money, bro.
That being said, it goes past round one, and I'm sitting in the seats, and I'm like, this is going the fucking distance, isn't it? And I was thinking of the Danny Segura bet. I was like, oh my god, if Danny gets this,
I don't want to hear what Danny's bets were. I never in my life again,
dude. Well, first of all, John Ray just gifted a one more round membership.
Appreciate you, John Ray. I love you.
John Ray's the man.
Matter of fact, John Ray, yo, send your address to onemoreroundfights@gmail.com, brother. You're going to get some.
Gaff's going to send you a dick pic, dude. That's crazy. You're so lucky.
It might be a twerking video. Who knows?
I will say, again, guys, only fight I went out for, so I don't know how to compare it to how the crowd sounded for other fights, because backstage, this was one of those arenas you could not hear the crowd backstage, really. Like, Newark, you're under the rafters. You hear the crowd cheering for every finish.
The rumble.
You heard big cheers here for big moments, but I almost feel like in Newark, it gives it away almost. It's like you hear the cheer like a half a second before you see it on the TV kind of thing. Whereas here, I wasn't getting like spoilers from the crowd. And it wasn't like MSG where you hear nothing.
Yeah, I hated
that. It didn't even feel like you were in the arena. But
I feel like I was at home.
Yeah, but I will say
some shitty basement.
The crowd was so into it. They were all rooting for Edson. They fucking, when he got his intro, they cheered hard. They were cheering hard for his walkout. I felt bad for Esteban, honestly, because he was in like a lose-lose situation. He was a good sport about it because he was like hyping up the crowd when Edson was getting interviewed, or when I don't even know if Edson got interviewed, but did he?
Yeah, he did.
All right, yeah. Because I saw him like hyping up the crowd and shit. Mm-hmm. Another note is,
where's her interview?
Lauren Murphy. This was the best seats I feel like that we've had as media compared to Prudential Center and compared to MSG. They were all the way up, but they were centered on the octagon, and I actually felt like I had a great view. MSG, you're on the Chase Bridge, which is a good view, but you're up so high you get like cut off on the Jumbotron and stuff, and it kind of isn't great. Newark is a good view, but you're so high it feels like you're far away. Xfinity, I was all the way up, but it didn't feel far away. It felt like I was still right on top of the cage. And that
I know
was
what
cool.
you mean about a Prudential. I felt like I was so far when I was watching it. I almost wanted to go back.
Yo, but I prefer Prudential over MSG, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The bridge was too far. The bridge is great for Knicks games, Islander games, concerts even. It is not
Something that small.
Yeah, it's not great for UFC.
Oh, man. Yo, one thing to talk about, some of these stadiums handle everything really well. Some of these stadiums handle these things terrible. Prudential Center, now that I've seen a few, Prudential Center kind of had it right, low key.
Wait, and are you talking like as far as the UFC? You're talking like the ushers? Like, what do you
Just in general, like where they had the media set up in relation to like everything else, like they grouped everything nicely there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in the same area. It wasn't too far. You literally go right out, make a right. You could go right out to the fights. Like everything was easy for media there. You know what I mean? Or let's say
this was the most convoluted for sure.
I literally didn't want to go watch the fight in the press seats because it was such a journey. Even talking to the staff was a journey. They said I might have to argue with staff to get where I needed to go, and that immediately took me out. I was like, no, I'm good.
Real quick, I said this in the chat. I tried to leave, and the usher's like, by the way, he was helpful. I like that guy. The guy who said goodnight to us at the end.
He's cool.
We was like,
goodnight to him.
He was like, oh, you can't go out there. The governor's here. They're not letting anyone in or out until he's in his seat. And this was for Chidi and Joel, which
Chidi Bang.
Sleeto was saying in the chat. He's like, good thing you didn't go out for that. I was like, yeah, I agree.
Bro, we should have known Chidi Bang was gonna win in Philadelphia. There used to be a huge rapper when I first came here in my freshman year, Chidi Bang, who was from Philly.
Also, Chidi's cheesesteaks on Long Island.
Chidi's cheesesteaks. I forgot. We should have known the whole time Chidi was about to pull this out.
Chidi's cheesesteak should have clicked at some point. Wow. I would have been like, Philly, Chidi Bang, boom. But I also would have said I was crazy. I would have been like, Joel Alvarez is going to fucking wreck him.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with how we felt with Orbai and
exactly.
Wells.
Like as much as I was like, I think this goes. Like I was like, I think Wells is tougher than we're giving him credit. I still don't think he wins, but real quick though. So I go out. That guy's like the governor. You can't go. I'm like, all right, fuck. So then I go back in. Then I'm hearing like horror stories from other media coming in, being like, I was stuck outside for 30 minutes. I couldn't get back in, and I'm like, fuck. So I said to Gaff, I was like, I'm going to go. But dude, if I get stuck out there, like because our original plan was Gaff was going to go out for the co-main. I was going to go out for the main. But I end up going, it's fucking like 2 elevators, 2 different, like it was so.
An odyssey.
Takes fucking 12 minutes to get up there. You know what I mean? It's like a whole maze of shit. Then you get up there, you watch the fights. I go back down. I got lost going back down. I walked past the door. I walked around the entire concourse, which, by the way, was not that big. Like,
which is another reason why I'm like, why was this so hard to fucking...
Dude, I think I walked around that concourse in like 5 minutes, which is like unheard. Yeah, because I only noticed I looped around because I went, oh, 116. Why is that section familiar? That's where the elevator was to go back down. And I was like going, and it's like 118, 117. And I'm like, oh, I think the door's right here, 116. And then I saw the same usher I passed 5 minutes earlier. And I was like, fuck, that's where I just came from. I'm like, ah. So I finally found my way back down. And then I was texting Gaff being like, bro, I'm fucking lost. Gaff's like, stream's bugging out, camera's cutting out, audio's cutting out.
Crazy.
I'm like, oh,
audio was gone. Yeah. It was a tough time.
So then I fucking, oh, dude, John Ray just gifted another one. Let's fucking go. A main car minute one. Let's go. John Ray. Appreciate you.
John Ray, I love you. I love that you support both channels. You're the fucking man.
He is the fucking man.
You're the fucking man.
Let's go. But yeah, so it completely turned us off to going out for the main and co-main. Like Gaff was like, I don't even want to fucking try it, dude. Yeah. It sounds miserable.
And I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been literally the worst fight of the night to go out for.
Yeah. And then I was still going to go out for the main, but then we were trying to leave as soon as the card ended to get back here for this. So I was like, yo, I'm not going to, it's going to take me 20 minutes to get back. There's going to be mad people because everyone's going to be lit. Like, fuck that.
Yeah. Avoid all that traffic altogether, because if you get caught in a certain spot there, you're going to be waiting for a while.
Yeah, bro.
And I noticed that because when you did leave for that period of time, and all the tech diffs started happening, I was sitting there, I was like, please come back.
Yeah, I was like, please come back. I wanted.
This taking so long. Bro, when you said you were lost, I literally did one of these. I was like sweating, trying to figure shit out. I was like,
dude.
Because
I'm like,
fucked, bro.
I'm literally walking in circles, like, and now I'm getting mad. And I stupidly, I said to myself when I walked out the first time, I was like, fuck, I really should have checked what section the door was outside of, and I didn't. And I waited.
2020.
And then I was like, I was like, oh, I'll remember that restaurant there on the left, or that, place to buy food. And then I'm looking for that place to buy food the whole time, and I walked in a fucking circle. And I was like, this is just stupid. I gotta just look for this door. Like, what am I doing? But that was the main card, guys. It was okay. First 3 fights were fun.
Bets went well.
Yeah,
that's good.
Bets went well.
Let's talk about where it fucking went wrong.
Featured prelim. We just mentioned Chidi's cheesesteaks. Chidi Bang
cheesesteaks
taking on our boy, no longer our boy. He's actually dead to me now. Joel Alvarez.
I want to start this off. Thank you for taking that cough pause right there, because I needed to take this moment. Chidi Bang, Chidi and Njokuani. I'm sorry, brother. I talked a lot of shit on that preview show. I talked a lot of shit. I was like, yo, Chidi just lost his coach. He ain't that type of guy. He's going to lose. This is not this type of... Brother, you had the performance of a lifetime against a very tough opponent. You did everything that your coach wanted you to. God bless him. God bless their family, yours, everybody that loved him. I'm sorry I talked all that shit, and I'm glad you won, brother.
Let's go. That was nice. That was really nice. Also, Joel Alvarez... Punta, isn't that like tongue and shit in Spanish? Yeah, like yeah. No, I said to Gaff, I said, yo, I've been weirded out by Joel Alvarez ever since he went the distance with Vicente Luque. I'm like, you should be finishing this, man. He had some respect for Vicente. I thought maybe, okay, that's it. What was the fight before that? Or after that, I should say.
I think before was Fernando, right? Because they started off the regular.
No. What was Joel Alvarez had a fight in between the Luque fight, didn't he? Oh, Yaroslav Amosov.
Oh, sorry.
You get submitted by Amosov, and I'm like, okay, but Amosov's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, okay, that's 2 bad performances, but I can let them both slide, even though one was a win. And then I said to you, I was like, yo, if he looks bad tonight, I'm writing him off my, like, he's a future contender thing, and he looked bad tonight. So... should he go back to 55? Like, what is the move here?
No. Unfortunately, he was in a bad spot because he literally faced the worst opponent that he possibly could. He faced someone that was also fighting from a weight class above the weight class that he's in right now.
We got another gifted membership. Let's fucking go. I can't read that.
Let's go. My phone, my laptop died.
Chaz Berkey. Let's fucking go, Chaz. Is that laptop going to die? Or do you have a charger for that laptop or no?
I do have a charger.
I was gonna say it's like we got.
You're
time,
like, I'm seeing the red symbol.
No, I'm not seeing the red. We got like a quarter, but I was just thinking about it. I was like,
I'll do it.
It's funny when we went live. I was like, we don't need to charge the laptop. We won't be live that long. And now I'm like, I can see this running out. You're probably gonna have to go into your block. But yeah, guys, Joel Alvarez, man, he's kind of on my shit list now. I'm kind of bummed about it. But to Gaff's point, like, I'm hyped for Chidi Bang. This was one of those cards, and I said it about Gillian too, where I'm like, oh shit, we got another one. Bro, the Painting Dead just gifted 5 fucking memberships.
Appreciate you, Painting Dead.
Let's fucking go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everyone for sticking with us right now, guys.
If you're hanging out right now, if you're winding down after a long night, appreciate you chilling with us, bro. Because you could be anywhere, but you're chopping it up.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. What song is that from?
Why did I think of 50 Cent?
It's no, isn't it Diddy at the end of like a fucking Biggie song? Maybe. Or am I tripping?
We're all in the same universe. The Biggie Diddy's,
yeah,
50s of the world, New York rap.
Yeah, something. But dude, yeah. So whatever, we can move past that fight. What was the fight before that? Was Charles Johnson and Eduardo Chapolin. So
DC glazed him to the fullest.
Chapolin,
had him donutting.
DC did glaze. You know who DC didn't really glaze tonight? Was Islam.
I think he saw the writing on the wall early, and then he was like, "Oh fuck!" And then once he saw Islam win, he was like, "All right." Like towards the end, he glazed him again. But in those first 3 rounds, he's like, "Islam needs to do this. He's like, Islam needs to do that."
Yeah, it almost felt like he glazed
Ian a little bit.
No, who's the other fighter we were just talking about? Fuck. It almost felt like he glazed
Chapolin.
Jalin more than Islam, and it was kind
He
of
definitely should glaze Chapolin more than Islam.
because that's his
They're
prodigy.
tough. Yeah.
Rather
This
than
man you got coming up. I had him on tough, man. Chapolin.
Yeah.
He's a pro. Even on tough, I will agree that he glazed Chapolin on tough more than the other fighters. Like, even I watching, and you know I watch every tough. I was looking, I was like, why is he glazing this fucking Chapolin guy? Like, he isn't even the best guy on his roster. You know what I mean? I was like, why is he glazing this man? So then he started doing it in this fight, and I'm like, oh, it's just what DC fucking does. That's why I was always on Charles Johnson.
I will say that shit got sweaty. What was that, round 2?
When he wobbled him.
He wobbles Charles' energy, and you're like, not again, Charles. And I told guys, none of them would have hit, but we were talking last night about, I think it was last night, maybe it was today, either or bets, and we were like, you were like, I like Charles KO or Chapolin decision, and I was like, I like Chapolin KO or Charles decision.
I was like, you know what?
Neither of us took him, but
your odds were better. Well, plus 110.
But I was also like, that's how I see it. Like, Chapolin could definitely knock him out, or Charles is going to get the veteran nod, short notice opponent. You know, turns out energy sub. I wonder what the odds were on that. I feel like that's pretty rare for him.
I want to say plus 2,000, brother, because I didn't even take it was one of those I didn't even sniff at all.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this shit ain't happening.
And I don't had Chapolin, he probably hadn't been sub before that. Charles probably didn't have many sub wins before that. At least I don't think of him like that. I was gonna say I have it on my chart too, but I don't have my laptop over here. But shit! Wait, we got more.
The memberships are flowing,
bro. Phoenix gifted 5 one more round and 5 main card minutes.
Phoenix, you sexy bastard.
Bro. Phoenix. How about that fucking Geelong win? What was it, yesterday? I saw they got another dub, baby. I feel like they're on a roll right now. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't pay too close attention, but anytime I see a Geelong win on Instagram, you know I'm liking that shit.
Shout out to the cats. Rare.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all.
Let's fucking go.
But dude, so what fight were we talking about? Charles
Chapolin.
Johnson. So that was like, again, I wish we fucking rewatched that finish. You guys have probably seen the replay 100 times now. I only really saw it when it happened. I don't even think I watched the replay. So I'm like,
I don't even remember it as one of that Twister teens. I remember it as a KO. So that tells you.
You said to me, you were like, yo, he did the AJ McKee thing. And I was like, McKee-a-teen. But I didn't even like actually look at it. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I was confusing it with the Stevie Ray. I knew it was some PFL Bellator sub. But
yeah.
I think I meant, well, I didn't remember Stevie Ray. Let's be honest.
Let me pull up like Sherdog right now and see what they have.
I didn't remember Stevie Ray.
I want to see what they have it listed as. Stevie Ray, by the way, gotten that multiple times, which is fucking crazy. And so much so that even when that dude in PFL got one recently, that Russian dude, they were like, the Scottish Twister. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Shout out to him. Chapolin riding a 5-5 win, has lost by sub, which means he's never lost by KO. Yeah, but that was tonight,
bro.
No. Like, I have this on my analysis. Yeah. So he has lost by sub to Morales.
Twister.
He's lost by sub to Morales on tough. Papo.
Oh, okay. So that's a solid loss. You know what? I was thinking of Joseph Morales tonight when that fight was happening, because I was like, dude, Chapolin's about to be top 15 if he wins this. And I was like, and Joseph Morales, he might already be top 15, but he's about to be top 10 if he beats fucking Brandon Moreno. And I'm like, how are these two, like, we all say tough is dead. How are these two guys arguably about to be top 15? Like, that's crazy. But
I feel like also, let's just talk about it real quickly. I think the era of tough used to be a thing for me anyways, that if you were a guy that came from tough, you were literally one of the toughest motherfuckers out there. Like, you're literally going to be probably a champion, if not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kamaru Usman's, you know,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And like these days when I see a tough person, I'm like, you're going to be a journeyman at best. Is that strange? I feel like that shouldn't happen. And it's changed. I don't know when it changed. But
it's the dilution of the product. It's the same thing with Contender Series. There was a time where you're like, oh, that's that guy from Contender Series. He looked fucking good. Sean O'Malley. Even Matt Frivola. I remember being like, Matt Frivola looked fucking sick on Contender Series. If they come into the UFC, you're a lot of Ryan Spann, Alonzo Menafield. These are guys from like season 1 that you're like, oh, hell yeah, this guy. And then look at everyone I just named has had a career. O'Malley obviously fucking won a championship, but the rest of them, 10 plus UFC fights and had like whatever. Nowadays, it's like, do you even remember? Like, you see a fight, you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly.
Fernando tonight. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, he fought on Contender Series. Like, okay, great.
We're oversaturated because
Yeah.
we get so much fights between Dana White's Contender Series, PFL, UFC. Like, it's just a lot to maintain.
But yeah, the tough thing is like, and we got to give Gillian credit too. She's tough. And she's like pretty. I mean, I wasn't. I said pretty, and then I just stopped talking. I was gonna say
that's like the Dern thing I did.
I was gonna say she was pretty recently on Tough, but I guess it might have been close to like 10 years at this point. It feels recently. It was one of the seasons I watched.
You're right.
Yeah,
it feels like I just seen
it was pre-COVID, like, holy so shit, it wasn't that long.
2014 or something.
No, I think it was like 18 or 19. It was the Justin Gaethje Kelvin Gastelum season, or Justin Gaethje Eddie Alvarez. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Lauren Murphy was on Eddie's team. Barb, didn't they call her Barb, or Barb Honchak was also on that season? Yeah, I did pick Barb to win the whole season. She did not. Gaff, I don't know how you haven't taken a piss yet, because you are a beer ahead of me, but I got to take a piss, so I'm gonna go.
I'll hold this bitch down right now. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on a mission to black out. I seen the beers. I started cracking them. I was like, yo, I can handle this right now. I'm just going to keep sipping and sipping and sipping until I can't sip no more. All right, it's late night. I ain't got shit to do. My girlfriend already fell asleep, so I don't got to make no phone calls late night. I'm just blacking out and passing out. You dig? Let's go, baby. UFC 330. I mean, if we're really being honest, the main card got me back. The main card got me right. I had a few parlays that got me right on the main card. A little over 1.5 in oral buy wells, points in the co-main and main. That cash, there's like a plus like 600 or something like that, right? So that was cool. But these prelims that we're going over right now, I have never in my life felt so lost in a card. I almost gave up betting for the night before getting into the main card, because these prelims literally took me by my love handles and showed me who is daddy. This was a fucked up night on the prelims for me. I mean, I have my picks right now in front of me. Let me just tell you how catastrophically bad this went for me, okay? First off, start off the night with oral by sub round 2. We know what the fuck happened there. Then I had Brahimai decision. I told everyone I had Magny because I'm always putting money on my Haitian, but I thought it would be a Brahimai decision with his grappling. That didn't happen. Then I had Tobias decision. Motherfucker got clipped in round 3 with a body shot folded. That didn't happen.
Oh,
then
shit, wait, we got a super chat.
Sub. That didn't happen.
Super chat from Devin Tuck. He said, Contender Series became tough. Better fighters. That's a great point. Contender Series almost poaches the tough talent at this point, which puts tough even below Contender Series. Because think about it. If you're Bilal Hassan, why am I going to go on tough?
Why waste 6 weeks?
Why waste all that time in the house fighting 3 times, cutting weight 3 times, or twice, I guess, on the show, and then whatever, the finale. But doing all that just to get a contract, hope I'm the 1 or 2 or 3 guys that get a fucking contract from that season, or just one night, one performance, boom. So
the birth of Dana White's Contender Series was the death
killed
tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And think about what we were just saying about Gillian. That I feel like was one of the last good seasons. I think the Bryce Mitchell
was a good season.
And Brad Katona season was after that. The season after that, that was
Brad
one
Katona, 2-time winner. Shout out to Brad Katona.
Yo, but that first season, that was the Luis Pena, Joe Giannetti, like that was.
Shout out to Jojo Giannetti and Violent Bob Ross.
That was. Oh, I think that was the season everyone was undefeated. Because Bryce was undefeated.
No,
Tyler
Giannetti
Diamond
wasn't undefeated.
Well, Tyler Diamond and Bryce were definitely on the same, and Brad, and they were all undefeated.
Yeah, they were undefeated.
Yeah. So maybe I'm mixing up 2 seasons. Either way,
I think the undefeated season was the.
Chicks were on the Luis Pena season because Bayo Malecki was on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those 45ers. They were trying to get somebody to.
Right. Macy Chasson.
Yes.
She won that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's like
shout out to Bayo Malecki.
Anything pre-COVID is the last good season of tough. Like whatever the last season before. I can't think of. I'd have to look back, but I can't think of anyone who's really come off in the last 5 years that I've been like, oh, that guy from Tough. Like,
it's like Ryan Loder and fucking.
Ryan Loder didn't even win, did he?
Whatever. No, he won.
Oh, he beat Valentin. You're
and
right.
then he lost.
And he fought Bekoev or something after that, right?
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
this isn't even
who else is another guy that lost? That didn't the Brazilian guy that's on fucking DC's team in
Rodrigo something.
yeah, didn't he win or did he lose in the finals? I can't remember.
Yes, the fact that we can't even remember says it all.
The last few seasons of Tough have been highly unmemorable, if I can be honest.
Because it's like Cormier coaches every season. They all blend together at that point.
Yeah, honestly, separate like 3 seasons and have this motherfucker coach again. Like, why are we oversaturating Tough with him?
Only have active fighters coach. That's my thing. They don't have to fight each other after, but at least make them active. At least make me interested. I get tidbits from them. I don't need tidbits from Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping. They're retired. There's nothing to learn here.
I'm about to blow your mind or just make myself look stupid. You ready?
I'm ready.
Name one Tough contestant from the Connor Chandler season.
Connor Chandler. Ooh. Fuck. I know his name. Landon. The fuck is his last name? He fought in the UFC. I think he's in the PFL now. Oh, Brad Katona. Yeah, bitch. That was his second season.
Oh, fuck you. That was such a layup. I didn't realize how much of a layup that was. But besides him, you can't really remember nobody, right?
Give me a sec.
I literally can't remember a single person, bro. I'm like thinking right now. I'm like, bro.
Dude, it's that. Who's that dude? I'm thinking Mando. Was that his? Oh, Mando, the dude who cut hair. Mando.
Oh, Mando, not Gutierrez.
I think it was Gutierrez.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mando Nalo. Yeah, Mando Gutierrez.
Yeah, but that's not the person I'm thinking of. There's also Landon Quinones.
That's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good pull.
Let's go. See, because I loosely watched that season. Oh, the Jeff Creighton one, was that last year? 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, who did he fight? He got to the finals, right?
Didn't lost to your boy
Oh,
Rodrigo,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Not Cemento, but
Rodrigo.
Cezanando.
Yeah, Cesaro or something
like that. Yeah,
I think you were right with Cezanando.
I just like a podcast. I put that on in the background one day while I was working the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I actually just fast forwarded to the fights. I didn't even watch the episodes. And I did that
recently.
In my stupid brain, I was like, I'm absorbing this. Meanwhile, I'm like on my computer typing, not even looking, but I'm just listening and like seeing the finishes. And
do you rewind when that happens to you?
No, it gave me zero input. Like, I used to watch Tough for real, and I felt like those Tough finale cards, which they never do anymore. Like the actual
upset
Tough,
with that, by the way.
Bro, I used to slay at those because it would be like these 2 fighters who lost in the opening round that no one knows anything about. And I'd be like, that one chick is way better than that chick. I'll take her. Yeah. Leah Letson, like, remember that chick? Yeah.
Leah Letson. Oh my God.
So like
Leah Letson looks like the kid version of Fry in Futurama. Useless reference.
I'll just say that, like, I don't even know what I was saying. I said Leah Letson, and I just lost every train of thought.
Leah Letson,
Tough. I don't know. Tough used to be good.
Random fighters.
It's all I really.
Yeah, who do we remember? It's because we didn't remember anybody from that fucking season.
Yeah,
and that's the problem again. On these Tough seasons, I feel like all the people that they would have been like, this guy would be perfect for Tough. This guy would be perfect for this. They're like, nah, let's put him on the Contender Series, get him into the system quicker. And I feel like these people on Tough, no offense, but I feel like they fill 80% of the roster with people with no personality, and the people that think have a personality to fill the last 20% with. And unfortunately for us, that last 20% isn't the good fighters.
Yeah.
I feel like the fighters that I'm like starting to get attached to, like, they're fun, they're good. And I'm like, oh, they lost in the second round. They lost in the third round. It's just like,
you know what? Someone pointed out.
And then Ryan Loader wins the season. No offense, Ryan, but.
You know what someone pointed out about Contender Series? I think it was after Tuesday. It might have been on your stream, Gaff, because I can't remember where I saw it. It might have been on Reddit or something.
Okay.
But someone said, I think it was Reddit, actually. They were like, why the fuck? It wasn't even the Bilal Hassan fight, but which, by the way, he was twice as big of a favorite as Anthony Wint. Anthony Wint?
Wint, yeah.
Yeah. He was a minus 2,500 favorite or something. What is this person wrote, and I totally agree with this point. Isn't the point of Contender Series to put like 2 prospects against one another and see who's like UFC eligible? What is the fucking point of giving a squash match on a contender series card, just sign that fighter.
Yeah. Why are we testing him when you already know he's going to knock this guy out? Just bring him in. And
I
see him
answered my
against a
own
better
question
opponent.
as I said it. They've dug themselves in a hole with contender series where now they need to
They're
fill
feeding.
cards, and they're like, who's someone we want to sign anyway? Just throw him on a contender series card.
And that's why we see these wide margins on even a contender series card. We should not be seeing a near 4-digit
You
favorite.
should never be
series
bigger
card.
than a minus 250 on a contender series
Agreed.
card. That's like the max.
Completely.
They should all be close matchups. That doesn't mean you got to kill 2 prospects at once, but at least make it like, wow, he beat that guy. He's worthy of being on the roster. You could still sign the loser down the road, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
there's no problems with that. I feel like they get weird about who they're signing or why for some reasons. Like, bro, you could sign some 5-3 fighter. Nobody's gonna be fucking mad if you really want to feed them to Billy.
I just realized
Ninja.
Our main computer is not charging, and I want to check that real quick.
Oh, that is a good call too. Yeah, once you're done with that, I'm gonna take my PS. I got another charger in here, I think, if you need it. Okay. Oh, that's your laptop. All right, well, anyways, you know what I'm saying? This prelims card, again, not my best work. I guess not, Luke's best work either, but it was a fun fucking prelims, man. I'm not going to lie. We were seeing finishes left and right, upsets, dogs were winning. It was a good time. And it wasn't at all like that card just before Serbia where there was a lot of finishes and we were like, why did that not feel like a card that was actually fun? This was an actual card where on the prelims, we were on our way up. We were like, this is actually turning out to be better than it should be. And then it teetered out towards the end. But, it started off real hot. The Philly guy won. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, take it away. Cool. I got to piss.
All right, I got you. I'll move on to the next. Oh, we just glitched out first. Oh, and Gav dropped the mic. We good though. I will say that the next fight we didn't talk about yet is Donte Johnson and Eric McConico. So I thought all week Johnson was going to win by decision. And then I'm watching Embedded, and you see that clip of Donte Johnson sparring with Sean Strickland, and I'm like, yo, Dante's like, he was getting pieced up, but he was like hanging in there. He was landing on Sean, and I was like, I kind of like this move for him. I said this on the preview show yesterday. I'm like, yo, I feel like he's taking his career serious. He's going to Extreme Couture. He's like, let me get different looks. Let me do this. So I was like, I'm going to buy into Donte Johnson. I actually like it a lot more. And then I think I took fight does not go the distance. Maybe I took the over 1.5. I honestly don't even remember, guys. But I remember thinking after watching Embedded that, like, damn, I feel like Donte Johnson's going to win by KO. Gaff did have it. Gaff had Donte Johnson KO. So credit to him. But he got hit clean a few times. Never rocked, but got hit clean a few times where I'm like, the right fighter does that to you, you're cooked, So Donte Johnson, someone I'm intrigued about, but someone I could see fading in the future. You know what I mean? Like, just doesn't really feel like he's got it all yet. Could get there, but not right now. Eric McConico, if Donte Johnson turns out to be a hammer, poor fucking Eric McConico. I can't remember who he won in his last fight against, but he got fucking Susur Kayev in his debut. Another fight Gaff and I were at that was at MSG, I believe. And it's like, man, they're doing you no favors. They're like, here's Susur Kayev, here's Donte Johnson, He's an MMA lab guy, I think, right? McConico. Was he the one who had Jared Cannonier in the corner? It must have been, right? Unless there was 2 MMA lab guys. Gaff, Donte Johnson, you feel any type of way or?
My opinion has not changed at all. I still remember that embedded knee.
So, again, we said on the previous show we had varying opinions about that sparring footage, but he got caught
9 knees.
He got caught clean tonight too, and I was like, again, he didn't get rocked, but it was enough to make me be like, someone else does that to you, you're fucked. So I do feel like Donte, a lot to learn still, but I'm intrigued.
I don't know why I felt this way. I could be completely wrong about it, but I felt like he was small for the weight class when I first saw him. But didn't he come down from light heavyweight or something like that?
So he fought on Contender Series at heavyweight.
Okay.
I think just to be like, I'm better than, like Hokit style, like fuck it, I'll just beat one of these guys to get the contract. Then I don't think he ever fought at light in the UFC, but he's fought at middleweight his 2 UFC fights. So, and they were saying tonight, like, oh, I don't know if it was Rogan just being Rogan or if Donte had alluded to this, but they were like talking about him at 170, like as if he's gonna keep moving down. And I was like, I can see it because he
Where
is.
are you cutting it off?
Well, because he
15 pounds.
He's shredded, but he didn't look
Tight,
like drawn out. Yeah, where I'm almost like I could see him having a few extra pounds to cut. Okay. But if 85 feels good for you and you can win a fight at heavyweight, like fuck it, dude, fight at 85. Why are you gonna
get yourself fucking 30 more pounds and have yourself a good old time?
I assume that's at least a cut for you too. Bro, my fucking feet are wet. Look, this is all water.
Oh, from the
yeah, that shit's fucked. You think we got a hair dryer here? I might need to use it.
No, that's what we didn't even have slippers.
I'm just gonna have to be like a spilled water or something. As long as it doesn't smell like anything, who cares, right?
Yeah. Put one of those crazy vacuums on. I'll get some of the water out. Yeah.
We'll just play it off. We'll get rid of the beer tonight, like the cans or something, so they have nothing to blame it on.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what happened.
I'll help you right now. Hand them over.
Maybe that's why my feet are wet, because the water's dripping as
I'm gonna take these motherfuckers down in a Corona, leaving this room with liquid in it. You feel me? I see you last Corona in that bucket over there. You're fucking mine. You're fucking mine, you bitch.
We also have warm Bud Lights after those two in the thing.
Hey, Bud Lights don't. I might be down for you too. Chill out. Chill over there.
We should have got ice before the stream started. That was a fuck up because
I did notice that bucket. I was like, why is there ice in that one and not that one?
Because this one actually holds it. Yeah.
I forgot, but
yeah. All right. First prelim of the night, regular prelims, was Vicente Luque, Tresean Gore. Fight of the night? Did it win fight of the night? It should have been, I feel like.
Do you think it could have went the other way or no?
What was the official 29-28 or?
But Gore won, and I was like, oh,
there was a third. I think it was 2 29-28s and a 30-27. And I remember
right too.
When I heard the 30-27, I was like, fuck,
yeah.
Luque definitely lost.
Unfortunately.
Both rounds.
You heard him early.
Luque had moments.
Yeah.
But he never had a full round, kind of, in my opinion. Maybe he had the first round. First round was kind of Luque. He rocked him towards the end, but Gore got him a couple
those
times.
Last few seconds, he rocked him a little bit, stared him down. Yeah.
I can't remember when all the sub attack. When was the Darce? Remember, I said to Gaff, I go, nobody gets out of Luque's Darce. And then Tresean Gore got out of Luque's Darce, and I was like, oh, never mind.
And it's funny because Luque usually gets his legs involved, and in that one, all arms. And usually hooks a leg and gets him to stop moving. He was just letting him the lower body free, trying to tighten up the top. He couldn't get it, and guess what? That cost him the fight because he burned his arms out. Tresean Gore built a little bit in that round too, beat him up, stole that round, stole the third round, won the fight.
Let's go. Next for Luque, retirement?
I'm not going to say that because he didn't lose by finish. But I'm going to say...
But you lose to like 6-4 Tresean Gore. That's not...
It is bad. Let's not deny that. Yeah. It's very bad that he lost to this motherfucker. I mean, somebody with literally a third of the experience that you have who... I think they were on opposite teams, right? Or were they same?
What do you mean opposite teams?
Like, I could be confused on this, but I thought Tresean Gore is like an ATT guy or something like that. And, you know...
He might be with an ATT affiliate, but he's in like South Carolina or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But even that, it's just like, this is the guy that you should definitely come in. You have way more experience. You fought way tougher guys. Come in here, get yourself a nice win, whether it's a decision or not, and move forward. And he stumbled completely. He got wobbled multiple times, almost got finished by Tresean Gore early, and then just really didn't have the performance that we have come to expect out of Luque, especially since there was a time that we thought of him even getting a title shot. He's breaking Mike Perry's nose in fucking 4 places and having him look like a goddamn caricature. So, like, There was a time where he would have been a problem, and now we look at him like he might be over the hill, and I feel like he's not even that old. He might be like a 34 guy.
Bro, he is 32. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, how is
He's
he
not even that old.
32? I feel like I've been watching him fight for
a long time.
And to your point, he was like one of those low-key guys just flying under the radar with a finish in like 7 straight fights or some shit. Like he had like a crazy streak of finishes going, and it was like decent names. It was like Brian Barberena and shit. You're like, oh,
I know who that is.
Yeah, like, all right, Luque. And then, and he fucking didn't he sub like Tyron Woodley? We're like, oh shit, dude, Luque's finally putting it together.
I think he was one of the first ones to finish Woodley. After he first got finished.
No, because Covington it was the rib injury, but Covington finished him before that.
Fucking rib. Oh, sorry, T Wood. I love you, brother.
Nah,
your mom's.
We don't
awesome.
love. Nah, just kidding.
In a gentlemanly way.
Oh shit! Wait, we got mad shit. Kyle gifted 5 one more round.
Kyle, you fucking amazing human being.
And first of all, Kyle's on the same time zone as us too, which is even fucking crazier.
Let's go, Kyle.
And he gifted 5 main card minute. Appreciate you, brother. And then we got
he's double fisting both channels like 2 beers right now. Appreciate you guys.
We got $2 from Devin Tuck. He said Luque should be a welterweight. Looked like a blob at. He wrote light heavy, but it was middleweight.
That was middleweight against Gore?
Yeah, so I didn't even think about that. His last fight was also middleweight, Luque. I'm trying to remember who he fought.
And he lost too, right?
Yeah.
So
did he? I gotta look. Yeah. No, I feel like he won his last fight.
Oh, okay.
Where is he?
1-2 or 2-1 or whatever the fuck is better than 0-3 or 0-2. So
he beat Kelvin Gastelum. And that was definitely at 85. Kelvin ain't making 170 in 2026.
And he finished the Gastelum that rarely gets finished too, right?
Yeah, and again, he lost to Joel Alvarez by decision.
Who fought on? Yeah.
He subs Kelvin Gastelum. And then tonight is the worst loss, but I guess I should.
Was that Fat Kelvin or Fit Kelvin?
Bro, every Kelvin since 2023 is Fat Kelvin. Are you kidding? Kelvin went the distance with Dustin Stoltzfus and barely won.
Yeah. Also,
He's
another
come a long
win
way.
on Stoltzfus' career. It was like, wow, that looks really good now.
That's what made me buy into this Mansur upset. I was like, yo, and someone, I think it was Jed who talked shit about it because I brought it up on MK. I was like, yo, Dustin Stoltzfus, he's coming off a decision loss to Kelvin. Like, he's looked decent his last few times, even if he's not whatever. And Jed,
because he always has his wrestling in his back.
Jed was like, Kelvin Gastelum in 2026 though, and I'm like, all right, good point. Like, or 2025, whatever year it was.
No, I can't trust. You know when I stopped trusting Kelvin Gastelum? When he had that little video during COVID when he was trying to cut
missing weight,
yeah. And then he's eating
he missed weight
and shit, and then he missed the weight, and then I was like,
that was when he hired his girlfriend. He hired his girlfriend as his nutritionist, and he's like, "This could be the best weight cut ever." And then he missed weight. He's like, "Brother, you cannot just hire some chick who you're in love with and be like, you just did." That's like some Coach Latore shit. Like, yeah, you just be my corner, man. Like that,
bro. Some of the best cornerman fighter combos. My top 3: Latore, Mike Perry's up there. Josh Fabia, and Diego Sanchez is up there. And a third, who's my
Ray
honorable third?
Punch a hole through his fucking chest.
Ah, that is a good one. That is a good one. Fuck.
But you're Platinum Princess.
Damn, we can have
Mike's
two
got
Mike
2.
Perrys
You
up
can.
there.
He's the only one with enough balls to do it. How about
He
the guy?
is.
How about the guy who paid $10,000 to corner Mike Perry, just a stranger
I forgot
who was a
about
fan?
that.
It was him, Latore, and maybe
That
Mike
was a
had a real
COVID
coach.
fight. I remember that.
And I'm pretty sure Mike lost. Also, guy was like, I'll pay you $10K. Mike's like, let's do it. And then the UFC was like, you cannot have random people do it. And then Mike just straight up like lied and was like, this is my coach. And they
He's
were
been
like,
coaching me for 4 years.
Yeah. They were like, oh, all right, get him in there. I remember the guy posted on Reddit. He was like, I had to learn how to hold pads and shit. He's like, I didn't know anything. I just wanted to like be in the corner for the experience.
He just hold him in the wrong spot,
Bro.
So when Perry gets
But
in
he
the
looked
fight,
good
he's
in
missing.
the videos. He was holding. He learned how to.
Oh,
He
he
like
did?
took
All right.
lessons and shit on like how to hold pads and all
Good
that.
for him, bro.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this guy's like playing it off.
He's got a story for life now. And honestly,
Yeah.
that's all we really want when we do
Also,
the things that we do.
If you have like a lot of money. $10K to go do that? That
sounds pretty
seem
easy.
that bad. Yeah, like,
that's a good night to me.
I can't afford it, but I can understand why someone would pay that.
One day,
Yeah,
one day,
Devin
day.
Tuck with another $2. He said Mark Zuckerberg and Volk. What? They should fight each other? We just saw.
It was going to be a platform matchup on his whatever stupid shit that him and Marab fucking just sparred
No,
on.
guys, I was just going to say we just saw the unanimous decision over Marab. So yeah, I think he could. I think he can move up a weight class.
How dare you ever say that Zuck got a decision over Marab? I would have accepted KO over decision, you motherfucker. You said decision over Marab.
Can I share something with you? I saw that fight on Instagram or whatever, and I immediately just went, okay, we're doing that. All right, go next.
I watched it again.
I didn't, and I was just like, fuck this. I get a text from Luke Thomas a few hours later, and it's the link to that video, and he wrote, he abbreviated everything. He wrote, I'd rather GFTD by an 8DW than watch this. And I was like, dude, that's fucking good.
By the way, I need updates on your numbered animal.
I'm at 4. I need your help. I need your help at home, people. Please. Last 2 Mondays ago, not the Monday that just happened, the Monday before, it was a donkey. I don't remember the increment of penis. It was a donkey. Can someone please find the timestamp? I don't remember
the increment of penis.
Can someone please find the timestamp for me? Because I started pulling them all and editing them like into a compilation, and I have the other 3 references I could not find 2 Mondays ago. But the ones I do have, Gaff, are like a squirrel, a shark, and I don't know, but I really forced the last one. It was like a 9-dick shark or something, and I was like, it just, again, Luke Thomas will say something that'll trigger, like he might even say like 8-dick walrus or something, and I'll go, oh shit, I got to make the reference. I never like make note of like say the reference at some point. So I'm worried I'm gonna forget because I think I will one day. But we're 4 for 4. No sell on all of them. By the way, after editing them, I'm realizing because Chuck was there for 3 of the 4, Chuck has laughed at all 3 that I have, and it's so good.
Now it's a
so
real
good.
inside joke.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
It's always Chuck fucking laughing, and then it
was no sell. He probably didn't even know what happened.
He's just not listening. The second he throws to me, he just stops listening. Devin Duck, thank you again for the $2. He said Zuckerberg versus Kadyrov.
Brother, Kadyrov by beheading.
Jesus.
Mother Russia, baby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even comment on that one. Featured prelim, Gaff. The fight I cared the least about.
Can we skip this one? This one was. I'm just kidding.
We can because I didn't even really watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
Rafael Tobias and Lucas Fernando.
I also didn't have a bet on it. Oh no, wait! I had fun and decision.
I actually hit both my bets on it, but for whatever, because I did a hedge and I did fight does not go the distance and over 1.5, and it was like a 3rd round or 2nd round finish.
That was a smart bet.
Well,
it was late in round 2, right?
It was either late in round 2 or early in round 3. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, I think it was late. No,
I know
right.
I think
it was early round 3.
Yeah,
that was the body kick, and then he fell folded.
But people were
body punch.
You know what? I think Jeremiah Wells was being interviewed during that fight. He was, and I was locked out kind of thing. So I wasn't. I was watching Jeremiah. I wasn't like paying attention to the fight. And then when I got back to our seat, the over 1.5 had like already hit, and everyone was like, "Fernando looks good." Like I missed Fernando's entire performance. I'm going to be honest.
And honestly, it wasn't that memorable. He fucking, no offense, but he just spoke a language I don't understand the entire time. And even when Fabio came in and translated, I'm so like, once he said his shit, and then I have to wait again for him to translate, and then for him to listen to it and spit it back to him. It's too many steps where I'm just like, I'm not even paying attention anymore.
I mean, that's the sad thing. That's the best way to resonate with fans when you're foreign is learn English.
Yeah. Charles, shout out to you, brother. The Bronx. You didn't learn a lot, but you learned enough, brother.
No, so Charles still doesn't know anything.
But he learned enough. He learned enough.
No, like
He
Habib
learned the
and
lifestyle.
Islam learned enough. Think about it. Habib and Islam, we both agree, are like fucking funny in English.
Yes.
They like bothered to
Yeah.
learn it, and it only did them favors.
It only did the favor.
Anderson Silva knew it the whole time,
and
refused to speak it,
like a dickhead.
and then when he does talk, he's like, I really think it was
Yeah.
a great
He sounds like his wife when he does
Yeah.
that.
Sounds like Eddie Alvarez's wife. He's like, I go at it.
I actually miss that. I miss hearing her just scream in the back and just during every Eddie fight, just like, who is that? Fuck it. It's kind of good background music.
I keep forgetting we're in Philadelphia, and I was walking when I got lost today. I'm walking the concourse, and I walked past someone who just starts speaking, and I was like, that was fucking Eddie Alvarez. And I turned and looked, and it was not even close. I was just like,
same accent.
I was just like, dude, that dude sounds exactly like Eddie Alvarez. He's like, where the fucking water ice is
The
at?
water.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Where's the water? I want
Yeah.
to go.
No, but he actually, you know what his actual quote was? Was like, you're a bunch of fucking scumbags. But he just sounded exactly like it. And I was like, I could hear Eddie saying it. Like, all right, that fight sucked. Well, not that it sucked, but we didn't care about it.
It wasn't great.
How about the highlight of our night, guys? Neil fucking Magny, Ramiz Brahimaj, the Battle of New York, Brooklyn versus the Bronx.
PK, stand the fuck.
We
stand
already
the fuck
told
up,
you.
Brooklyn. Stand the fuck up.
We already told you. We already told you last night that if you don't count Staten Island, the Bronx is the worst of the 5 boroughs. It's the truth. Yankee Stadium's there. Shout out Yankees, but like it's the worst of the boroughs. Ramiz was doomed from the start. You're going against Brooklyn, which like some people have Brooklyn as like 1B. Personally, Brooklyn's 2 to me. Gaff, you're born in Brooklyn? Are you yeah, but over Manhattan?
Nah, man.
Yeah. Come on. But some people would argue that
I got sense.
some people would say Manhattan's 1A and Brooklyn's 1B. I
I
feel like.
never party in Brooklyn. That's how do I go there for leisure, fun, everything else? No, I go to Manhattan for.
You know why we don't party in Brooklyn is because it's so fucking hard to get anywhere.
I know a lot of people in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah. I'm not
They'll invite, and I'll
driving
be
to
like,
Brooklyn. No, if you're right
Mhm.
off the fucking train line, great, or the
Yeah.
subway. Well, yeah,
if you're by Atlantic, sure.
yeah, exactly. East New York, Atlantic, Nostrand Avenue. I'll take any of those
Yeah,
3.
sure.
Otherwise, even fucking what's the Atlantic Terminal? Yeah, yeah, that's what you just said. Yeah, dude. So Neil Magny, Ramiz Brahimaj.
The Haitian sensation.
Ramiz wrestles him in round 1. Really boring. We're all like, he's not doing anything. He's just controlling. I think I said to you, I was like, yo, he's going to Magny him. He's going to Magny him. I said 3rd round finish. He's going to Magny him. It was a 2nd round finish. But either way, I was like, yo, I just feel Magny turning the tides here. He turns it in the second. Turns it in the second. Fucking gets the finish. It was fucking dope. Gaff went from being like, guess I can't ask Neil a question. So like, holy shit, yeah. You know, like
I was like, I don't know what to do now.
Dude,
I got to think of a question.
forget the question itself, which was great. We will get into it in a second. The coolest part to me of all of this situation we're about to talk about
Shout out to Neil.
is the moderator, we'll call him, I don't know his name, high up guy in UFC PR. He says, you're next, whatever. And he gives you the line, and then he'll give you signs like 2 more and say like 1, 2. Gaff was going to get fucking cold, whatever you want to call it, like ignored. Cold, yeah, like Gaff, he did not want to give Gaff a chance, the moderator. He's looking all these directions. Gaff's raising his hand each time, not getting like called on. Neil's like, nah, dude, this guy wants to ask me a question. Like, pick that guy. And then the guy reluctantly like picks Gaff. And then it's Gaff's like, c'est passé. And Neil's like,
we had the best interview
that was
all night,
sick.
hands down, by far.
That was
The
sick.
vibes were fucking immaculate. Neil Magny, you're the fucking man. The Haitian sensation. We always make money on you. My Haitians always pulled through. Richardson Hitchens, that Gene.
We were all
Neil
cucks.
Magny.
We were all cucks in that moment to Neil and Gaff just getting it on. We were all sitting there like, all right, dude, they're doing their they're having a conversation right now. We're all just here
You're
for
speaking
it.
different languages.
Yeah,
and
I was
shit.
like,
Everybody's
dude.
what the fuck's going on?
No, because he was just so like genuinely like, I fucking love. Yeah, dude. My mom used to make me cool shit too.
It was great, bro.
Yeah.
I just got we lived each other's lives in that moment.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it, bro.
That was really
the
the, and it was so early on that Gaff literally said to me, he's like, that just made my night. Dude. Like, I don't even care what happened. And we both said in the lift, fuck Uber. We said in the lift home, we were like, yo, honestly, the highlight of the night was the Neil Magny shit.
Magny.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to Neil, brother. The Haitian sensation. Shout out to you. Thank you for your service as well. Appreciate you, brother. I hope we talk
Great
many
call.
more
I
times
forgot
in the
about
future.
that. Great call. And we agreed. Unfortunately, Gaff and I were on the right side of the room, and the fighters all walk out the left side of the room. But you'll see sometimes, like if they know, like not that Tom Aspinall was fighting, but if Tom Aspinall was fighting, he'd probably go say what up to Oscar on the left side after or something. Like I said to Gaff, I was like, bro, if we were on the left side right now, I guarantee Neil would come up to you and like dap you up right now. Like we were just so far on he wasn't walking. It was like,
It was like a whole, we were in basically a whole new world.
We got there. It's funny too. You were saying to me, you're like, yo, I'm following your lead. You always know the good spot. Yeah. We get in there. I'm like, this is all shit, bro. We got no good spot here. Like, we finally found a good spot, but we had to go to the other side of the room, which kind of handicapped us all night from a accessibility standpoint. But it was fine. It
was perfect.
Yeah, no, it was a better shot than the other side. Like,
it was more dead on, more centered.
And it was so less. There was like 3 cameras on that side, where there was like 8 on the other side.
It was a long row of cameras on the other side.
And we were the row before you couldn't stand up in, like head for their cameras. So that was cool.
And there was no cameras behind us. I kept checking. I was like, oh, nobody has a camera? Yeah. This is great.
But I'm worried about their camera because I'm stupid where I'm going to like stand up in the middle of the camera and be like,
or I'm just trying to fix shit in my bag or something. Yeah. I just stand up. So I'm like, hopefully nobody's back there.
Yeah. Curtain jerker. Why it was the curtain jerker, no one. In fact, given the result, it would have been so much better on the main card.
Brother, if that was the featured prelim to start the main card or the opening of the main card, that would have popped crazy.
First of all, the crowd was great tonight as far as like being into the event. They were pretty full from the first fight of the night.
Raucous as well.
But we're talking like 50%. Like they were like hyped from the first fight of the night, but we're talking half the arena for Jeremiah Wells' upset. Could you imagine I went out there for the first fight of the main card. It was every seat was full. Could you imagine if that was that and Jeremiah Wells gets to win in front of a full Philly crowd? That would have
celebrated with him crazy because he's from there, bro.
Yo, but they were actually rooting. Dustin Stoltzfus pointed this out. They were rooting for Mansur. I didn't realize Mansur was from Pittsburgh. It says he's from Maryland. Maybe he trains in Maryland on Sherdog. So I just assumed he was like a DMV guy. Now I'm like, oh, they were both Pennsylvania. So technically the Pennsylvania parlay wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
Also, Dustin claimed Philly. He's like, I'm the Philly guy. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I was like, aren't you from Amish country? You ain't from Philly, bro.
You don't count.
Maybe he is, though. I don't know.
No, ain't no. I lived there for 5 years. I never saw an Amish person.
No. Meaning like, like I went to Woodward, like skateboarding camp, and that is in like Amish country, PA, like central PA. And it's like a 6-hour drive. It's like deep in PA. Oh, like I'd argue it's closer to Pittsburgh. So I'm kind of like, Dustin, what are you trying to prove?
Philly guy.
Maybe he's just closer to Philly and that's all he meant. Like if Mansur's 4 hours by driving, he's 2 hours or something. And he's like,
I'd say just by his fucking accent, he's not from Philly. Like
that's a great point.
He sounded so proper. Like I almost thought he was
sound
Midwest.
Pennsylvania at all.
He sounded Midwest, right?
And I have friends from like Central PA, and they sound like country almost. They're like, "How you doing, bro?"
Yeah, like twang.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything, and I was just like, and he was very nice and personal. I was like, you scream Midwest, brother. You scream fucking corn.
Politeness of Midwest corn too. You know? I like Dustin.
You scream industrial over there. I'm feeling fucking Detroit, Chicago over
Factory Town MMA over here. You know? Dude, my feet are so wet from this completely soaking wet floor.
Permeating pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually a little nervous about it. I'm not gonna But hopefully it'll dry up by the morning. Guys, for anyone wondering, I have no fridge in this room, so I did the old trick.
Let's talk about that too. That's fucked.
The old
How
trick.
you pay for more and I get a fridge and you don't is
I got
fucking
cuck
crazy.
chairs. You didn't. Yeah.
Let's talk about it this way, brother. If you walk down to the front desk and they're like, "Hey, sir, would you like 2 cuck chairs or a fridge and a microwave? Which are you choosing?"
Well, I know I could go to your room and use a cup to heat up my burger, so I don't think I got to worry about the microwave.
They don't provide plates. I may be using that burger tonight, depending on how long this Uber Eats takes to deliver. You know,
We're definitely gonna go Blaze for that.
1,000%.
I got those pre-rolls too. How about last night? We talked about this off air, but all night, guys, I'm like, I forgot to bring my joints. We're out till like, I don't know. We weren't out that late because everything closes early.
You're out till 2:30.
Yeah, we're out till 2:30, which to me is not. I mean, it's already past. It's fucking 4 a.m. right now. Like,
what?
yes. Yeah. So, I will say that I already forgot my fucking train of thought. We were not out that. Oh, I'm like, yo, I don't have my joints on me. And then I wake up this morning and I have all my joints on me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, Gaff, did we blaze last night? He's like, yeah, we each smoked a joint. Like, whatever. I was like, when did I get my joints? He's like, you went up to your room at the end of the night or whatever. I was like, oh, shit. I don't remember any of that.
That was the very much blacked out part.
Yeah.
Like, I was replaying my night over. We were all doing it. Manich was swaying left and right like inflatable arm flailing tube, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
All I can say is if the bars closed at 4 a.m., I feel like I would have probably fucking yacked last night or something.
If the bars closed at 4 a.m., we would have done the watch along from the hotel.
Yo, I dead ass almost.
I thought we were on the verge of that.
Guys, I was so hungover, like maybe the most hungover I've ever been this morning, and I almost texted Gap. I literally was like, I don't even want to go to the fights, and then I was like, yo, you're here, you gotta go. But then I was like, yo, our setup last night was pretty cool. Imagine we just sat here and watched it from here. I was like, that would have been the worst. That wouldn't be that bad. Yeah. If anything, fans would probably be more into that.
We would have been more synced.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, come on, dude. We're here. We can't fight. Yeah, and then I was thinking of like Oscar, Bon, and Nolan. And I was like,
fuck were
you guys? I was like, we can't not show up. We were like,
that'd be the worst.
Yeah. Bon did say we left the bar. We went to a different bar after we were hanging out with them, and I didn't even remember this. I bought a bucket of beers, and Bon was like, yeah, we drank your last 2 beers like after you left in our room or whatever. And I was like, I had leftover beers. He's like, yeah, you bought a bucket. And, like, you guys dipped after you like finished the third or whatever. I was like,
I'm glad he got to enjoy.
I was like, I don't even remember that, dude.
Bon.
What's even stupider is I probably bought like 4 or 5 rounds there and then was like, let me get a bucket. You know, like, why didn't I just do that in the beginning?
Sometimes you don't think of it because a lot of bars don't have buckets.
You know what it was? I think I saw someone with a bucket and then I was like, oh, word?
Good idea.
Yeah.
The bucket is a cherished move, I'm going to be honest, especially when a place is really busy. You know, I got to keep going back to the bartender. You're like, yo, give me 6 beers, 12 beers, whatever the fuck you can get.
It's like 5 usually. I was going to say, if you can get 5 for $20 or less, that is a fucking deal. And that I think that's what it was. The beers were $5 even without the bucket. So it might have been like 15 for a fucking. Maybe that's why I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. That's 2 drinks. That's 2 drinks on Long Island, you know? Like, not, yeah.
Some spots maybe 1.5.
Yeah. No, some places, bro, it's like $10 a beer. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Another reason why I don't like going out anymore, I'm like, if I'm going to drink, I'm just going to get the shit I like and keep it at home.
We usually like pregame and then we'll go out for like, I don't know, like anywhere from like 2 to like 4 rounds. And then like, if you keep it to 4 rounds between 2 people, 8 drinks, you know, you can
make it manageable.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, let's just go home and drink.
Full nights are annoying, bro. Sometimes I'd wake up because a full night could be like a regular full night, and then like you run into someone while you're out. It's a full night, and then you're like, you wake up the next day, you're like, I spent way more than I intended last night, bro. Like, what the fuck? I thought I was going home at 11. I ended up going home at 2:30. Like,
oh, dude,
not fun.
C Shank in the house just gifted 10 fucking main car minute memberships. Let's go, C Shank. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys, bro. Everyone who's still here, you guys are the fucking best.
Yeah.
I do feel like we're gonna wrap this up now though, because we did go through the full card. We've been live for like
2
What does that
hours.
say there? 2 hours, 15 minutes.
2
Damn.
hours, baby.
We would have been live like 30 minutes sooner if it didn't take us an hour to catch a fucking Uber. But
Gillian, I love you. I'm sorry we lost tonight. I'm sorry.
she's not watching.
We'll get him next time. We'll get him.
Gaff's gonna blaze with Jilly Bean one day.
That's a dream. Yo, dream rotation right now. Active UFC fighters.
Someone asked me this on my live chat, and I struggled. I said, oh, here's what I said, Gaff. I said, Tai Tuivasa, because he'll make me laugh, and you know he blazes.
That's good.
I said, Anthony Hernandez to hold it down. Because Anthony Hernandez seems like the no bullshit type of guy where, like, you're holding the fucking blunt, talking for 10 minutes. He's like, yo, pass that shit.
I
Like,
respect it.
he's going to fucking make, he's not going to talk to anyone. He's not going to provide any insight, but he's going to be on top of where the blunt is and be like, pass.
Management.
Yes. Someone said, Fluffy is your blunt manager. I was like, exactly. No, because you need that. You need that in that crew.
I agree.
I can't remember who the fuck I said for my third. It might have been just like someone I like Volk or something, you know, like. But it might have been. I might have said like Chris Padilla or some shit. I probably was going like
Taco.
Stoner. Yeah, just give me like some vibes, bro.
That's a good one.
Like we blaze too much to be like, oh my god, a blunt rotate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, who do I want to hang out with? Oh, I said Corey Sandhagen. That's
a good one too. He'd be funny.
Because I've always said Corey will say some shit when I'm high, and I'll like rethink my entire life. I'll be like, whoa, you just blew my mind with that. You know, like
I feel like I wouldn't put Corey in mind because he'll just like fuck with you. Like I see him.
Some
chill
people-
with fucking
some people
Usman and
hate
just
the
punches
Corey.
his knee.
I
I'd be
brought.
like,
I said this on
I'm not into
MK
that.
like 2 years ago. Corey Sandhagen and BC and Luke both were like, no. And I was like, all right. I was like, I don't know, man. I think he would have some like really like weird ways of thinking that I wouldn't think, but it would like open my mind to new shit. And I'd be like, damn, yo, Corey's actually got some shit.
I agree with that.
Because Ty's going to make me laugh. Corey's going to give me the insight. And Anthony's going to make sure we keep passing that shit. It's perfect.
You thought of it in like a
How is this going to
survive an island
I was
type
like,
of
guys, I
type of
need to get
scenario.
high. This can't take 45 minutes. We need to finish this in 5 minutes. Let's go. Like,
mine. I'd probably say Gillian.
you're going
'Cause, like,
Diaz bros, though. At least one.
Who I said active.
Oh, you did.
I'd go Gillian. I'd go Justin Gagey.
See,
And-
like Gaethje, I don't not like Gaethje. I do like Gaethje, but like his personality, there's like nothing there for me where I'm like, ooh, I want to hang out with him.
That's fair.
Right? Like
That's fair.
he just feels
I feel like
like
he'd have good stories though.
he's like a
Because
really
he's
good
fun, crazy shit.
He seems like a fun person to like play a pickup game of any sport with. Like,
Oh,
yo, you
yeah.
want to play pickup basketball?
He's just
Yo,
an
let's
athlete.
invite Justin. You
Yeah.
know, like he seems just like he'd be competitive and have like fun playing a game. But I don't know if I'd like want to have conversation with him. And that's really what a blunt rotation is.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still putting them in there. I don't
Yeah,
give a
no,
fuck.
that's fine.
I need them stories. I need a
that's your shit.
storyteller in that motherfucker.
That's
I-
actually a good point too.
you
Like
know, he's just gonna spit some
Oscar
shit.
Willis is a great blunt
Great
rotation.
storyteller.
Like, yeah, he is a really good storyteller. He's got a lot of funny stories.
I don't know who my third would be though. I said Gillian and I said Justin Gagey. If actives, I'll go
O'Malley
through
or
the
no?
weight classes. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, see,
It's
I
definitely O'Malley.
I would
Because he's the
but I
comic
know you like
relief.
him.
He's
Yeah.
gonna make fun of himself. He's gonna crack stupid jokes and say weird shit out of nowhere. I like O'Malley for the fourth spot, and him and Gillian are gonna. I feel like they're gonna have a little brother sister vibe because of the crazy hair shit. so they're gonna be a good
I have the
tandem.
better red hair. No, I do.
And then he'll be weird about it too, which will make it even funnier.
He'd be like, you know, you should really get with Danny. She does the best hair.
And he has daughters too.
He's
Well,
like, and I'll
he
watch
recently just got
from
a
the
son, I
cuck
think,
chair. Oh, sorry.
but-
Yeah, he did get a son. He did get a son. And what did he name him? He named it something like Champion or something like.
something strange.
Oh no, Tony
Oof.
Montana or something, wasn't it? He named it like Tony, and he's like Tony Montana, or no, maybe he named it Montana because he's from Montana.
He's from Montana.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, the Tommy McMillan, Tony Montana
Tony
tattoo isn't that bad.
Montana. Yeah, because Montana.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's
Way more
actually-
sense.
That's
now.
actually not that bad.
It would have been better if he was like Tommy Montana. That would have been sick.
Tommy Bahama.
Well, yeah, exactly. Essentially like that. But you know, we missed it because it was too subtle.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So dope, Tommy. All right. We've circled back on it. We now, the delegation has now decided
cool.
Your tattoo is pretty cool.
With the number 1 overall pick, the Asians choose Tiger Woods. Or no, the Wu-Tang Clan.
The Asians choose Joshua Van.
No, the Asians.
The black delegation is upset by this.
The Asians get Tiger Woods. The blacks get sorry, no, I fucked it up again. Asians get Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Blacks get Tiger Woods. That's what it is. And then Tiger's like dapping them all up and shit. It's so good.
Dave Chappelle, the greatest skit maker of all time.
Yeah, oh my god, dude.
The greatest
racial
skit maker
draft
of all time.
So fucking good. Classic. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for us because we still
I'm
need.
so glad because I gotta pee.
I need to pee too. We need to drink more. We need to order food. It's also 4 a.m. and we got neighbors. We should probably just wrap that shit up. Gaff just dropping the fucking koozie to be like chug, 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 chug. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, yeah. That's it, boys. Appreciate everyone for being here. One more time, I'm Long Island Luke. With me, as always, Gaff Pierre. You can follow us on social media.
Love you,
Main card minute ever. Oh, giveaway winner. I said I was going to announce it at the end. The giveaway winner, guys. It technically says here, good. It says it's live now. It's technically not. It did end already, but the giveaway winner is. I wrote it down before we started. Of course, it's not in the chat, but I remember it off the top of my head. It is. Drumroll. Chance Boudreau. Chance Boudreau, you win the t-shirt, the Eagles t-shirt. Please, I'll DM you, you DM me, whatever. Hit me up, email me, anything works. I'm so stuffy right now. Hold on. Let me blow my nose. This is good content. Ugh. Chance, congrats on winning the t-shirt. Congrats to whoever won yesterday. I was so drunk, I don't even remember at this point, but I did contact them. And another giveaway tomorrow, guys. Noon Eastern, another t-shirt to give away. It is the Phillies looking one again for anyone wondering. And it'll be just like the original giveaway. You comment, guess the mystery number, whatever. There's going to be 3 hints. So get in on that if you want in. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Monday, MK, Foster Bros, Tuesday, bet breakdowns, prop quiz, all that shit. Gaff's coming running back, diving into the stream. You already know. Let me run through these lowers quick. We got merch. You can get merch, maincardminute.com. You can become a member, guys. It's only 99 cents a month. You get in on the giveaways. You get the emojis. You get all that good shit. You can also become a member of One More Round Fights. Same
belts,
shit.
emojis, all that shit. Giveaways, ho.
Let's go. You can also get merch from One More Round Fights right there.
Fight Club starting soon, bitches. Sleeto, you getting that ass whoop, boy. Let's get it.
Sleeto. Oh, God. Typology, shout out to everyone who did Typology tonight. Shout out to the mystery bet guys at cash tonight. We are now 21 and 120 lifetime, and it's going to be like 10. Oh, it might actually, yeah, it's going to be 11 point something units because we won 1.5 tonight. So that'll be cool. The bets, you already know, they cash tonight. I'm not going to leave that up.
Free money.
Too long. And that's it. The giveaway's over. I don't know why I went back to that. We'll go back to the socials. And that's it, guys. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. It's late. Hopefully you watch this tomorrow or something. Give yourself a little bit of a recap. We'll be back in New York tomorrow night. We are in Philly tomorrow afternoon. If you happen to see us or something, we do have free t-shirts for you. So if you see something, say something, as the MTA would tell you, all right? If you see us, say us. Be like, us? And I'll be like, what is this guy talking about? I was drunk when I said that last night. And he'll be like, you said say us when you see you. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it'll be this whole thing. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're going to get drunker. And until next time, we fucking out of here. Our mics are still hot, and I know that. You guys, we still here.
I want more beer and tacos and burgers.
Yo, Long Island Luke, Big Gaff, Ruby, and that Yoli, main card minute. One more round, let's fucking go. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With the parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash flips. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With the parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash slips. Ayo, Long Island. Streaming live from New York's Strong Island. We get live, what you thought? Bankroll too short. Y'all need to stack paper and rob the sports book like a crook pull a caper. If you think we ain't hitting, then your chance is slim. It's victory bong rips with Luque and Gaffney gyms. Got me cashing in, I'm clocking chips on a regular. Fuck the rest, them other cappers ain't competitors, ain't no stress. We just clocking them checks, the best plus money bets in 60 seconds or less. So get yours while the live odds poppin'. Pop underdog shopping, big props stay dropping. Drop non-stopping till the clock hit nil. But you can still get a deal while the boys make a kill. So you can watch the shills with the same old gimmick. Or flip a knot and cop some guap with the main card minute. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With the parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash flips. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With the parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash flips. Bitches, nut up and put your balls upon the table. Dog hunting plus money, cause we cunning and we able. Done chase the best lines, gotta lean on props. Bitch, check the bet ledger and see we on top. Might OD on pop, bong hits. Rip many votes, see if you with me, and let's hit the bet, Jenny. Let's rip the pen plenty and cook the books. See my MCM koozie, got him shook with looks. There ain't no small time crooks, click robbing the bank. Young Luke and Big Gap be copping profit and dank. If you ain't on the team, bitch, save that apology. Get down with the league and join that tapology. From he, me, and all of we, you best get on the train quick. Profit paying properly, Long Island in the vein, bitch. So you can do the same shit and pray y'all hit it. Smart money, back the boys at the main card minute. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With a parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash flips. Who got the pick, the hot pick that ought to hit? With a parlay to get the best money, I'm a bet. Small time of max units, all the paper I can get. Who do this? We do this. Take rips and cash slips.